Hello, hello. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. You're alive, first off.
That was interesting.
There's
nothing on the maps yet. I was just like pulling it up on my side to see what it is, because like the last earthquake we had was 3.6 magnitude.
Oh my goodness. It was crazy because literally I go back. I want to be monkey. Exactly, Cody. Exactly. It's funny because I looked at you and you didn't realize process it at first, what was happening. And you read chat, you heard me say it. And then you stopped and I saw everything start shaking and you're like, oh my goodness.
Like, I don't know how to recreate it. Like if I were to like grab my camera and go like that.
That justified it. That would probably be the closest thing too. It was crazy. Yeah, no, it was pretty nuts. The what's going, and then you looked at the window. Yeah, no, it was insane. Like it was the first time I ever, that was genuine fear in both of our eyes. But yeah, no, that was pretty scary. I'm glad everything's good. I'm glad everyone's okay. Yes, very fancy. Very, very, very making me feel underdressed. That's all right. We're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. All right. My goodness.
We have to match the glasses. Come on. I just thought we'd have to.
Oh, matching. Did someone say matching glasses? Hold on.
I know it's really spicing it up. Wow.
All right. Who's ready to rock? Yeah, just keep on adding them. Oh my goodness. Hair reveal, really though. Perfect. That's true. What's it called? Yeah, no, so I picked these up. I got these from my grandfather a couple days ago. From Mama Lisa, via Mama Lisa. It was in a toolkit and I was going through things and she's like, oh look, eye protection. And I was like, no, stud protection. Yeah, no, it was it's what's up, dude Bliggity? You came at a weird time. Hi Tiggs, how's it going? Welcome in. What's up? Yeah, everyone's came in a weird time. Hey Tiggs, did you just get woken up by an earthquake by chance? Just wondering.
Actually, Cam, did you feel that? Okay, Vizzo. Vizzo would have felt it because he's near me.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Thinking of him.
Thank you, Vizzo, for the sub. Appreciate that. However, we are here. We're here to have fun. We're also here to ask some questions to you. I want to remind you that today's question, all the questions are up for your comfort to answer. If you prefer not to answer a question, please feel free to let me know and I will stop asking. As well as I don't want you to feel any uncomfortable during any part of this. In addition to that, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask them at any point. And we can go back on tangents and things like that as well. I'd be happy to. Sure. Thank you guys for the follow there too. Green Eggs and Hannah. I like that name. I really like that name. What's up? So, we play this game on this channel, Monkey. It's called Quick Questions. And I'm sure you know how to play because I've seen you sitting in here. But if you are new here and you have not seen how to play this, I will ask you to direct your eyes to the screen right now as we prepare for quick questions. And you might be asking, well, how do I play quick questions? What is it? Well, I'm about to explain it to you. There's 3 rules of quick questions. The first one is going to be there is 10 questions. Number 2 is that the guest has 60 seconds to answer every question. And number 3 is for every 5 seconds left on the clock, the viewers are going to be gifted 1 subscription each. So keep that in mind. There's no pressure to you. You don't lose anything, except for maybe the love of the chat. And we wouldn't want to lose that, would we? So, deep breathing, remember, exactly, Mango. Or heavy breathing, as Mango took that strategy in her stream last week. You could choose. It's totally up to you. However, as long as you're having fun and we're getting to know you about you a little bit more, exactly is what we're looking for here. So, MrMonkyyy, are you ready for quick questions?
Let's do this.
Awesome. Chat, are you ready for quick questions? And if you are, I need you guys to spam that love throughout this. And also, if he answers kind of weird, I need you to make sure he pays for that and question why he says certain things.
I'm gonna stutter.
You're gonna stutter? That's all right. There is going to be 1 minute on the clock. I will start in just a moment here as we go through it here. Let's get ready to have some fun and quick questions. This is gonna be a little bit of a warm up, getting you nice and getting that mouth ready. Give me 1 sec. I realize there's some hair in my hair. Give me 1 sec. All right. So, Monkey, I will start the clock in just a moment, and we will start. 10 questions on the board, 60 seconds on the clock. Starts. You good? No earthquakes? Okay. Starts.
Real estate.
You say real estate? Starts. Right. Now, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
What is your favorite food?
Sushi.
What is your favorite drink?
Lemonade.
What is your favorite number?
18.
What is your favorite movie?
Interstellar.
Who is your favorite celebrity or influencer?
Tate Mcrae.
What is your favorite vacation you have ever taken?
Probably Hamilton Island when I was real young.
What is your favorite animal?
Monkey.
Your favorite season?
Winter.
And the favorite gift that you have ever received?
Oh, probably my car.
Okay. You just finished with 5 seconds left on the clock. I didn't think you were gonna make it, but you did make it. So that is 1 gifted sub. Who is it going out to? We'll turn on the alerts for just a second here as we give this sub out to a random person in here as well. Let's see here. Who we got? Getting the 1 gifted sub out to here. Give me 1 second as I complete this purchase. Already sub, don't give it to me. Going out to a random human being too for that gifted sub. If you are here, random human being, enjoy those emotes. Spam those Brent hearts, things like that. Who getting it exactly? Let's see here. We got. All right. I'm just looking through chat here and seeing what everyone's up to. So I see some people are judging you on who you chose as your influencer. I see some people getting mad at you for the color. So let's talk about it. So let's start from number 1. Let's unpack it all here. So number 1, you said your favorite color was blue. I've seen some people saying it's purple. Is that true? Is there any truth to that?
The thing with stream is my 2 favorite colors are blue and purple.
Okay.
But blue is the dominant color. A natural sky blue is like my favorite color.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. It's a good color. It's a great color. What
Definitely.
is, and you said your favorite food was sushi.
Yeah.
So is there a specific type of sushi? Because obviously there's many types of sushi, different rolls,
Tuna
different
avocado.
bowls. Sorry?
Sold. Tuna avocado.
Tuna avocado? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Kaya saying tuna
That's
sushi as well.
definitely the favorite.
Yeah, elaborate. Exactly. It is special. I forgot about that.
Back
Yeah.
to that.
Yes, exactly. Um, your favorite drink? I actually missed this one. What was your favorite drink, did you say?
It's lemonade.
Lemonade? Okay, elaborate.
Honestly, there's a little story behind it.
Okay.
So, I don't drink alcohol,
Okay.
which most of my chat knows. There's reasons behind that, which we'll probably get to a little bit later.
Okay.
And we'll save that for later. Pretty much, we'd go to the pub. All the parents would have their beverages. I would get a lemonade with fresh lime,
Okay.
and that would be my go-to drink every time. I wouldn't get a Coke. I wouldn't get like a pub squash or whatever. Just lemonade, fresh lime. And then I saw for some people that are like, nah, it's mango loco. If anything, it's almost tended to what these. Like, this is lemonade as well, but
Okay.
it's not.
Let's go. See, I like lemonade is top tier for sure, for sure. The only thing for me though is like that lemonade sets off my um acid reflux, which
Oh yeah.
is like it sucks a bit, but it is really good. I try every so often. I'll have a lemonade, but like unfortunately not as much as I'd like to. You know, next one was your favorite number. Did you say 18? Is that correct?
Yep.
So what is 18? What is the kind of story behind it? Is there a sports number? Is there what's the kind of connection between 18 and your favorite number? Elaborate.
So there is actually a different number, but I'm not going to say that one purely because it's got sentimental value, and that's
Okay.
something I want to keep away from streaming.
Okay.
But 18 is not only my birthday, it is also the number that's been everywhere for me.
Okay.
So it's when I had a bed when I was younger, which was a car bed. It had 18 on the side of it.
Okay.
My number plate on my first car had 18 on it,
Okay.
coincidentally. And then it's my birthday. So it's just like all those things are just like added up to be 18, and there it is.
Okay. So maybe
And then I've got
maybe a
like
car is what's gonna you have to have a race car with number 18 on it at some point because it seems like a lot of cars have an 18s on them. Yeah, and what's called? You said your car bed. Is that not the same one you still have?
yep, my Lightning McQueen one.
Yeah, exactly. Good chow. Um, you said your
I would
favorite
get one of
movie?
those.
Yeah, right. Let's go. That would make for a great stream. Building an IKEA race car bed.
Literally, I would do that.
Really though. You said your favorite movie was Interstellar.
Yep.
Okay. What's sell me on
Elaborate.
Interstellar? Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, there's a lot to
I don't
elaborate
know,
from
for
what I've
some
heard.
reason, like, not only is it like it's in a sense a complex movie because it loops back to itself. It's one of those like repeating movies that explains itself at the end.
Okay. Don't
Not
spoil
only
too
just
much.
in
I have not
space. I
watched
love
it.
space.
It's
Oh, okay. Watch it after this.
on the list.
It's space, confusing, but makes so much sense. And it's
Okay.
such like a complex but simple movie, and that's why I love it. You
Okay.
can watch it over and over again and not get bored of it. And you just learn more and more the more you watch it.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Hi,
Yeah.
Denners. Welcome to chat. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Um, favorite influencer you said was Tate McCrae. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been the thing with stream lately is Tate McRae is a massive celebrity crush of mine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then we've got Roman Atwood.
Okay. That's another good one. That's a really
If you
good
know
one.
who he is,
Oh yeah.
I like
Small more.
my goal is I'm gonna try and get a video on TikTok, which is actually what I was gonna work on before my subathon today. Was my birthday's coming up in less than 2 months. I want to see if I can talk to Roman Atwood.
Okay. Okay. It's definitely a ambitious goal, but I like it.
He
Okay.
has inspired me. He's like the greatest bloke. Like his
He's
positivity, just the things he does, like that's what I want to do. I want to start doing that. Start recording YouTube videos, start doing some pranks, social experiments.
just another thing too as well. Did you know that Tate McRae is from Canada?
10 times better now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last stream, I recall someone getting mad about Canadians in my chat. Weird. I wonder who that could have been. calling Canadians very strange and weird. I don't know. It sounded like MrMonkyyy, but I don't know. I just strange.
Wait, Braden's saying 5.8. Is that for the earthquake?
I don't know. Possibly. My goodness.
Oh wow, that is huge. Okay, it's 6 point.
Is that for
It's a
the earthquake?
sixer. Yeah, and it's in central Victoria, pretty much, if you know where that is.
I have a fair enough idea to get me to where I need to
It's
know that.
400 kilometers away from me, and you saw how much of the wave there was.
Sounds crazy. Here, I'm looking at it right now
I can
for
send you
that
the link.
5.8 earthquake.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
They're becoming more and more common. So the start of this year, I had two. There was one which was like, I think it was like 2.8 or 2.9. Then we had that 3.4, which is the start of winter. And that one actually like took a few trees down and that did some damage to houses.
Oh,
But that was in
jeez.
my town. So my town tends to get them a lot, which is really weird. But I am in like the Alps of Australia, so we are really high up.
Yeah, we've gotten. In my lifetime, I've felt once. That was it. I've felt only one. That was it. And I mean, that's good. I'm good. That's one's fine. Don't need any more. Definitely pretty scary. It's a scary feeling though, for when you're not expecting it to. Especially when you're like this, you're preparing for a stream or something like that, and you're just like you're totally in a different
Literally.
mindset,
Now your
and you're
legs are
like
just sitting there like,
wait a
ah.
second. Exactly. Um, you said vacation you've ever taken. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you said when you were younger. I can't remember exactly what you
So it was
said.
Hamilton Island,
Okay.
which is a little beautiful island off the coast of Queensland.
Okay.
And it's basically like a resort, but it's on an island. They've got these beautiful coral reefs. It's near the Australian Barrier Reef. Is that what it's called?
Okay.
I haven't said that in a red hot minute. Um, yeah, but it's such a stunning island, and just all the people there are so beautiful, and it's like one place I want to get back to. But I haven't been there in probably 8 years, 8 or 9 years,
Okay. Okay.
because like since that, like I've just been coming to the US, just training, all kind of like all that stuff with like snowboard cross. But that'd be like the place I want to go once Corona's done. Get some mates, go there, go and chill in a hotel, go surfing, you know.
Awesome. Sounds really great. Sounds like a
Yeah,
hell of a time. Favorite animal, to no surprise, you said monkey, but why? Why monkey for all of these things? Why is
elaborate.
monkey had been like the thing? Yes, elaborate exactly.
So here's actually a really cool story, which actually I don't even think chat knows this much. So when I used to live in Sydney, all of my cousins used to live like around. We'd all be like really close group. We'd go to our grandparents most weekends, and we'd have this tree. This one tree I would be the fastest to climb, and I'm still the person to climb trees like nowadays. I see a tree, I'll climb it. I'm just a monkey as a person, and it's like I'm the fastest out of all my cousins to climb trees. Just like ever since then, fall in love with like just climbing trees. Then monkeys climb trees, and then I found this thing called a McAkee monkey, which is a monkey that steals gold.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
really weird, but I just find them like so cute. And it's like I was small at the time. I loved gold. I'd like wear like fake gold in a sense because it looked cool on me. So I'd basically claimed myself as McAkee Monkey. Then it turned to the gaming monkey. Then it went SMSG Monkey, and now it's Mr. Monkey.
Okay. You've
So it's
been
just been Monkey like my entire life.
There's been a lot of evolutions as a monkey.
Yeah, pretty much.
So really living up to that. Go
Crypto.com
back.
want to be Monkey.
Yeah, exactly. Really go and really staying true to that meme. Exactly.
Yeah,
Go back.
exactly.
I want to be monkey. Um, which is also I think your sub video. Is that correct?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
sub sound.
exactly. Um, and you said favorite season. I actually missed this one because I was trying to focus. I was focusing on the time that you're whittling away there. I didn't know if you were going to get it on time. So what did you say was your favorite season?
It was winter.
Okay, okay,
Purely for the snow and snowboarding and all that stuff.
okay, okay. And that's currently the season that you guys are just heading out of, correct?
Yeah, so I think we're like midway through spring, are we? I don't know, to be honest.
Heading towards spring at
This
least,
this
for
whole
sure.
lockdown thing's making it just feel like a blur. Like this winter's been so sad.
Uh, yeah, no,
I've done like 12 days of snowboarding.
I heard that very soon in October, the lockdowns are being lifted though very soon.
I'm somewhat lucky as I'm regional New South Wales. I'm out of lockdown as
Okay, okay.
of last like Thursday or something. So I've already been to the pub like 3 times and been out and about. It's been great. Finally get to go back to the gym, which I'm keen for. I've
That's
been
good.
missing that the most.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to go outside a bit and
Oh yeah,
get 15 kilometers away from your house sometimes is
literally.
nice. Um, and then you said the favorite gift that you've ever received was your car. Let's talk
Yep.
about
So my
that.
current car. So my first car, which was in a sense like almost a gift from the parents for helping build the house I'm currently living in. I've built this entire house with my family for the past 5 years, and we're still going. Um, I got given a car, which was a Prado 2012. It's a luxury. It was a very big car, very expensive car. It actually blew up. So the motor blew. It got seized. It's pretty crap. We got that replaced. The parents took that car and they bought me a little Subaru Outback. Like, this is yours, and like this is in my name and everything now. That's officially like my car, and I just find it like so cool. Like, as much as I've had so many gifts in my life from like things going overseas, um, presents from my nan, like necklaces and stuff. I don't know. I like, feel like this is like the biggest and one of the best that's like made an impact for me, because I started my new job this year. It was like a full-time job, and they
Mhm.
bought me this car for this reason. And
Awesome.
it was just really cool, and something like that just like changed. I was like, okay, now I've got a car. Like, I've got to start like thinking about insurance, like server services, rate, all that kind of stuff. It's just like cool, like being an adult, I guess you could say.
For sure. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that is quick questions. That is our game. That is the first game. We will be playing two choose one later in the episode as well. For those of you that are looking for some more prizes later in the stream, you could win it there. You could win it there. There was a big upset on last stream. So we're looking for some vengeance today on this stream. For that two choose one lie. However, I have some questions as well. We have some community questions here as well. I'm going to ask my question, and then we'll go into the community questions here as well. If you guys would like to ask a community question, you can go in and use your Bren coin and check on that and see if you if you have enough. You can ask a question for me or for MrMonkyyy throughout there. The question I have for you before we go into those is, what made you want to begin streaming and content creation
This is a
altogether?
funny story. So when I was 16 or 15, living in the US, as you know, I lived in the US in California, I was making vlogs back then. But when I moved back to Australia, I had 40 like videos on YouTube. I was actually starting to get some growth. I had quite a few subs, I must say. It was probably like up close, getting close to the 100 mark.
Okay.
That account got absolutely thrashed on when I went back to school. I was bullied for all of it. This was like the whole reason I was bullied at school. It made school hell. But I absolutely like loved making the videos. It was great. I want to actually pull them off for the subathon tonight. That is one thing we're gonna be doing. I've got the laptop.
Exciting.
I'm gonna get all these videos back. And then I came back, deleted all those videos, deleted that account. I was like, yep, no, that's not happening. And then I broke my finger. Or my brother broke my finger, which everyone knows of. It's my bent finger. The reason I can't play guitar properly still. The reason I actually learnt guitar was to get that finger straightened. And I was like, okay, I'm not giving up on Fortnite. I was a Fortnite like pro at the time. I was starting to get the comp. I couldn't play. I couldn't use a keyboard. My hand was in a splint like this for, I think it was like 2 months. It was something crazy like that.
Okay.
Grabbed my like 12-button mouse. Everyone knows this story. Started to play one-handed. Everyone's like, yo, you should stream this. Started streaming it. Got some growth. People started finding me. Got some real famous people following me, like Aussie Antics, Tecma. The X2 twins know of me. Stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, I'm quitting Fortnite. It wasn't doing me good mentally because I was just sitting there gaming, not having fun. Turned into the mental health activist that I am.
Huh.
Just thriving, helping out people, telling my story, and just making sure I can get people through theirs.
Awesome. What's that? So as far as the thing, I actually didn't know about this about you, about your the one-handed gaming thing. That is very interesting. So do you currently
Yeah,
still
no,
play? Do you still when you play Fortnite? Do you still currently play one-handed?
I haven't played Fortnite in over 3 months, I'd say.
Okay.
Actually, there was one night that I played it with Mango, and then there was like before that I didn't play it for like 2 months.
So when you do you play one-handed, or what do you play? How are you
I
playing?
probably would now,
Okay.
but I'd have to bust out the foot joystick. So I used to play with my feet and my right hand,
That's crazy. That's
and then this
insane.
hand would sit up. Yep.
That's so insane. Okay. It's interesting.
It's
It's
I actually couldn't use a keyboard, so even when my hand came out of it, I couldn't use a keyboard. It would hurt. So I've got nerve damage in these 3 fingers. So like, there's been moments where you can actually see these fingers just shaking from like the nerve damage. I've got like holes in my wrist and stuff. There's a tendon here that got snapped, so that's like the reason I can't feel them. And every time I push on a key, it would hurt.
ah
So now sometimes in a game, I'll just use like these 2 fingers, but now I'm starting to use all of them.
okay. Okay. That's crazy. That's it. Really awesome.
Yeah,
Um, that's a very interesting beginning streaming story for sure. That's really awesome.
definitely.
Going into some community questions that we have here, like I said earlier, we have the first one coming from, oh my goodness, 45 minutes ago, from Mr. Brados. I know you've watched Outer Banks, but I always ask this question. Have you watched Outer Banks? And if so, what's your thoughts? And that is
I
for
love
you.
it.
Okay.
I actually think that's one of my like favorite shows.
Okay.
Purely because of the storyline. There's just a bunch of teenagers who want to get out and do things and just go on like activities. It just explains me. Like if I was in a streamer, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be getting out, just trying to like hang out with friends. But there was like more of a story to it. I'm not gonna ruin it, but it almost like creates a bond with it because it's almost like teenagers activities. Um, there's like even just like arguments with family. There's like a lot of family things that's with it, and that sort of creates more of like a connection towards the show. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. I'd say it's the greatest show
Not
at the
yet, but
moment.
Brados has told me about 1,000 times that I need to watch it,
You
so
need to.
it's definitely on the list for sure.
Yeah.
No, don't worry, Brados, it's on the list. I have a long list. I have to
And
go through Interstellar. You know what I mean? Like how many things I gotta watch.
as Danny, aka Little Moment, and Braden are saying, some of the actors are just stunning. Like that's what also like people love about it.
Is the good looking cast? Is that what you're saying? You mean?
Yeah, literally. Like
Okay.
I don't even think there's an ugly cast member in it, to be honest with you.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
gotta get
so
on
a
it, man.
show you should be on is what you're telling me.
Yeah, exactly.
The I have another question coming from my moderator, Hobo Duva, also known as Donovan. You guys might know him. I know you've met him in brief times on our pre-stream thing as well as today. And he asks, toilet paper, over or under?
This confuses me like every time like I think about it. Like I would sit there and I have to like literally think about it.
Don't hurt yourself.
Over, no.
Over? Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Thank goodness.
I'm sitting here thinking about it because I just don't know. Who thinks about this? Just shuck it on. Let's have it.
Oh my goodness. Wait, oh my god, it's still Hooba Dooba. That's right. I forgot about that. Someone asked once, one of our past guests, Sharky LQ, made a comment saying that his name instead of Hobo Duva was Hooba Duva. And he changed it as a joke and now cannot change it back. To that name, which is kind of funny.
Nice.
Over. Okay, thank goodness we have a chat who is normal. We understand. It's okay. Good. All right. That's thankfully good. My question for you though, MrMonkyyy, is when you wipe, which way you going? Because this was another conversation we had the other day. Are you wiping from front to back or back to front?
Balls to booty.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No stanky coochies in here today.
And folding.
And
3
what?
sheets folded.
3 sheets folded. Wow.
If you scrunch, I hate you.
Just fuck myself. Oh my goodness.
No, I don't know. Like for some reason, it's just like scrunching is just so messy.
I mean,
It's like if you make your bed every morning, why do you scrunch your dunny paper? This is so targeted at Mango right now. I just want her to know that.
What if you don't What if you don't make your bed and you just scrunch?
That's fine.
However, I will say
Just-
Mango's was a messy scrunch. Was a messy scrunch. Or sorry, was a messy fold. Sorry, was what she called it.
I feel like mine is like neatly, like grab the iron out, like fold, make sure you can press it with the iron, fold it again, but bam.
Bring it to the dry cleaners.
Yeah, exactly.
fresh. Oh my goodness.
Literally.
This question is taking the legs of its own without anyone's doing.
Literally.
It is, oh my goodness. How far this will go is the question.
It's a bit of a shitty conversation, though, I must say.
It really is. Another question from a little moment asking, do you know how many people's days you make better? And I'm assuming on your stream and just kind of being around.
I genuinely want to say everyone. I try to put a smile on everyone's face. That is my goal with streaming at this point in time, is if I make one person smile, I smile. If I make everyone smile, I smile for the week, you know? Like, streaming is like the happy place now. I used to say like snowboarding and like I'm currently writing a song, but guitar was my happy place. Snowboarding is still my happy place, but streaming is definitely the top tier. That is the thing that I love. Like, I'll be in a crap mood, get on stream, I'll be smiling. I'll be having the greatest time. And then like if I'm ever down, stream will like enlighten me. If they're ever down, I'll try and enlighten them. And that's like what streaming is about. That's what the community is about.
Sure. I think it seems like you always have a lot of fun on your streams, which is awesome and amazing. But no, I think there's also, like, as you said, like if it's your happy place, obviously you might not see this much, but I think also too is with streamers is there's also days where, I mean, you know this, there's not every day is going to be 100%. You're not going to be at your most every single day. And I mean, as a mental health streamer, I'm like I said, I'm sure you know, or advocate, I should say. I'm sure you know this. So I think the biggest thing is really just being real with like kind of how you are with certain things, and I think it's definitely always a joy to jump into your streams, and you're always very happy, excited to see anyone coming in there. I always feel welcome when I'm joining in. It's great.
That's good. That's what we want.
Exactly. Um, we're about to hit a break here in a few more moments here, but I have a couple more questions here before we hit that break. And the first one is, what is a TLDR version of your life, broken up as much as you'd like to? So too long didn't read. If you have never heard that term before, because I know there's been some guests that have not. I'm looking
I
at your
was just like,
face.
wait, what?
I'm seeing the words go by, and you're like, huh? So too long didn't read. Basically, a summed up version of your life from when the monkey was born, from the first day of the evolution, wanting to go back, the first day that we go back to now, the monkey that sits on stream and memes on the daily. What did that look like?
There's gonna be a lot of parts we might skip here, purely for the two truths, one lie,
Okay,
because that
that's fair.
messed with my head, as I said. So the monkey popped out. Here he is, wide awake with the world. This was the one thing my parents always told me. I was always looking around, always out and about. I've always been that person just to look at everything. My perspective on life is just bam,
Okay,
everywhere.
okay,
I've got a full 360-degree view. When I was younger, I was an absolute maths nerd. I still love maths to this day. I grew up to be an engineer in a sense. I currently have a degree in mechanical electrical engineering.
awesome.
When I was in year 5, I went to a mathematics competition and won it. I think I took that out of to choose one lie. If not, there's one. I boom, and then I pretty much from the year of year 2 when I first started snowboarding. I was a skier beforehand. Started skiing when I was 4. Snowboarding when I was 8. So that's what, year 2. So from year 2 all the way through till now, I've been snowboarding my entire life. From year 5, I started representing my country. So going to nationals and doing
Awesome.
all these kinds of competitions with Bordercross. And then pretty much from that year 2 point, when I talk about snowboarding at school, everyone was a footy player. Everyone was from Sydney. They didn't know what snowboarding was. They didn't know anything about it. So I've been bullied from it from year 2 all the way through to year 12. Just for me representing my country, me not going to school. I'd have like 30% attendance and everyone would bully me about it. They'd find anything to bully me for. And that's what's like shaped me as a person now. It's like, I feel like if I didn't have all that bullying, I wouldn't be the positive person I am today without that. Like, as dumb as it sounds, I'm thankful that it happened because I wouldn't be me. I don't know where I would be at without it. That has like shaped me mentally and physically. I have become so thick-skinned for bullying and to help other people through it because of that. Then we reached year 11. No, so it was year 8. I broke my wrist. That was the main part that got me most keen for snowboarding. So snapped my wrist. I was like, okay, I am like more keen than ever to go and represent my country and do more for it. I actually broke my hip at the same time, so I had to learn how to walk again, which absolutely sucked. My wrist was munted. I had like a completely skinny arm, and I was sitting here like this for I think it was just under 2 months. And then I had to like do rehab on fingers through the wrist to elbow and shoulder. That's how bad it was. Then I was like, okay, I'm keen for snowboarding. Started getting more at it, and then moved over to California when I was 16. Lived there for 5 months. Came back, so I was like 5 foot back then. Came back 6 foot. My parents were like, "You're a completely different boy." I had the biggest glow up, and even like chat knows this. I've shown photos. I was like a little fat thing. I was just, it was an amazing glow up, that's for sure. Moved back home, came back home, then hit what did I say, year 11. I think it was. It started year 12. I went out to a party in Sydney, and I dropped to mild liver failure. I was diagnosed with a really stupid liver disease. I've actually been called out for this being fake, which I actually hate these people. There's more hate that has come to those YouTube videos. That is why one of my videos got removed on YouTube. That was one of my recent videos. Um, I was cleared, I'd say 2 months ago. I think it was. I've actually had my first full alcoholic beverage the other night to myself, which was very weird. And then it was like the other week I had another liver attack, and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna take it easy. Even chat knows about this, and it was like, okay, let's just like someone take it easy. Had that drink, and like, okay, now we're fine. We're looking good. The eyes are white. We're not yellow. We're not feeling like crap. Um, then took up streaming 1.5 years ago, and here I am today.
Hmm.
I guess that's
That's
I kind of got
awesome.
into a bit of depth there, but
That's good. It was good. So just because I maybe I missed it, but I don't think I did. Is a liver thing common for your eyes to go yellow when you have like liver like kind of?
so with my disease, what happens is I go yellow, I get liver cramps, and I get really yellow eyes. So
Okay.
I've done this with stream. Like you will see, like if I were to look to like the left or the right, you will see like on the edges they're very yellow. I think
Okay.
I look really clear today. I look like crazy clear, but they would be full yellow, almost like bloodshot. Like if you would look at someone who was stoned, like
Like
that's how my eyes would look.
but like yellow?
Oh yep,
Yeah.
Homer Simpson yellow.
Interesting. Crazy. That's
Yeah,
very interesting. I never knew that was a thing. That's crazy. Um, Definitely something that's it's scary, like very scary. It's something that's
yeah,
um definitely very worrisome too. And like I think I messaged you a couple weeks ago, and you said you made a comment about how like you're having some issues with your liver and things like that. And so, I mean,
yep,
glad you're looking good today. You're looking as white as that suit,
yeah.
which is good to hear. That's what
It
we're.
was definitely a change in life though, that's for sure. Like, just some of the things I like went through was like I had to change my diet. I had to change like pretty much everything because like as an athlete, I would have to like pump food into me, and then I have to like be careful of like what I put in. So all oils, alcohol. I couldn't have any painkillers of any form. As an athlete, you hurt yourself a lot. So I'd have to do all these injuries without painkillers, and that's what's made me like the strong fellow I am. I had a headache like maybe 3-4 weeks ago,
Mhm.
and that was the first time I had a Panadol in maybe 2 years. And aspirin, I think you call it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that'll be aspirin
Yeah,
trust. Yeah. Huh. Crazy. That's very, very crazy. I did not know about. Oh, I mean, I knew about the liver thing, but I didn't know how severe. That's crazy. It's really scary. I mean, I'm glad it seems like you're taking care of it pretty well though, for the most part, which is good. But still, it's very, very, very worrisome for a young fellow like you, for sure.
yeah.
Um, just before we go on break here, I got one last question to hit you with. Then we're going to break, and we'll do two truths on lie as we do that as well, or after that as well. Do you have any secret hobbies or skills that most people would not know about you?
Or some people do know, but it's something I want to get into is ventriloquism.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. So I had like had an undiscovered talent of that for my like in a sense sister-in-law's birthday. She got a puppet and I was messing around and it turned out I was really good at it.
okay.
Which also comes from my stutter because I have a stutter. I have a speech impediment from a snowboard injury. And that's one thing I've been like overcoming in the past year alone. But I feel like because of that is the reason I'm really good at it.
Okay. Are you willing to show us anything?
Yeah, I mean, I can give you something to say, and it's like you can't even say
Whoa!
without reading it.
I thought you were lagging for a second. I that what? That was really impressive. I honestly thought you were lagging for a second, and I was like,
It's a good thing to do. Like you can mess with people for that reason. Like, okay, I can't start working. What can I do? Like, how can I help you? Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What kind of burger can I get you? You know, like,
that's so crazy. Because the volume doesn't change at all. That's really impressive. That was really, really
yeah.
impressive.
You can also see like the Adam's apple moving, and that's where I need to like figure out like where I'm positioned. That's how you can hide a
Okay.
lot better.
Okay.
But that's like I don't really practice it. I just more like mess around every now and then and do it, and that's sort of like a talent that I've sort of discovered, and I love it.
Crazy. That's so
And it
crazy.
might be
That's
something I can bring into streams one
that would be
day.
really
Is like get like a
awesome.
little puppet or
Yeah.
yeah,
The mini monkey.
yeah, exactly.
um.
And another one that stream
Yeah.
doesn't know about is art.
Okay.
I absolutely love drawing portraits of people,
Oh, okay.
mostly their figures. So I used to draw my friends' body figures in a sense. I went from drawing animals to people, and now I
Interesting.
love it. I actually don't think I've showed anyone from stream. This was more of like a private thing,
Interesting.
and it's like I want to find my drawing books to show stream because I like moved, so all my drawing books are in storage right now. But it will be something I will bring up on stream one day. And then once I get a draw pad, which I have ordered, I'm gonna start doing some drawing streams for sure.
Awesome. That's really awesome. You draw me like one of your French girls?
Yep.
Beautiful. Exactly. All right. Well, we're gonna hit a quick little break here. We're gonna be right back with Two Choose One Lie. Enjoy the TikToks. If you have not already, join the Discord because when we come back, we're gonna be giving some prizes away, possibly. And if you're not in the Discord, I cannot give you a prize. So just keep that in mind. Exclamation mark Discord. Get yourself in the Discord. We'll be right back in a few moments. Enjoy the break. We'll see you very, very soon with Two Truths and and a lie. Oh, thank you, by the way, for the subs. Appreciate those. And thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you, Lil Mo. That's awesome. Hi, Waitsky. We'll be right back in a moment. English is hard for Brent sometimes. Very, very hard. Most times, Donovan. All right. We'll see you guys in a sec. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Thanks for sticking through that little break there. We appreciate it. Appreciate you hanging out. I've been distracted watching these TikToks. Julia, I'm not saying that's the point of it, but that's the point of it. Appreciate it, though. Hello. Hello, hello. So we're the part of the show where we play this little game. It's become a bit of a favorite of mine, favorite of chats, and we're looking for vengeance. For any of you that were here last week, you'll know what I'm talking about. But last week we got blindsided. It was the biggest vote on the wrong answer we've ever had on this stream. On any answer, but on the wrong answer, more or less, than we've ever had on any stream. So we're here looking for some vengeance. Coming to beat the clock, and you might be asking yourself, well, how do I play 2 Truths 1 Lie? Well, I will ask you again to direct your eyes to the screen and watch this little intro we have made for you. How to play 2 Truths 1 Lie. So 2 Truths 1 Lie is played like this. There's going to be 3 rules. The number 1 is that your guesses can provide 3 statements about themselves. 2 are going to be a fact, and 1 is going to be a lie. The viewers are able to guess the false statement by voting in a poll. If the viewers are correct, one of the viewers will get a prize. You must be in the Discord to claim, and subs will get 5 entries. If I choose the correct false statement, one of the viewers will become a VIP on this channel, chosen by our guest today. So keep that in mind. Is that we're hoping for some dubs today. So no pressure or anything. I hope these are still good ones either way. However, we would like to get these 2 Truths 1 Lie, these 3 statements from you in no particular order. We are going to be giving away a $10 Steam, PlayStation Store, or Xbox gift card if chat gets the right answer on this one. That will be given away in the Discord after the stream. This is, of course, sponsored by Brandon's Closet. I'm going to run that promo right now. I'll be back in 1 second. Thank you for that. You're doing great, Brand, random human being. And that is sponsored by Brandon's Closet. As I said, when the mental health could... Exclamation mark, merge, bro. So I'm going to give you the floor, MrMonkyyy. And get you to let us know your 3 statements, no particular order. And we're going to guess. We'll let you know. So let's start off here with number 1. I'll give you the floor.
When I was 4, I drowned and almost died.
Okay.
I've never touched drugs or been drunk in my life.
Number 2 was...
When I was in
Sorry. Touched drugs or been drunk.
When I was in primary school, I loved ballet and dance.
And dance. Okay, so chat, we're gonna start a 3-minute poll. You guys are saying easy. I saw this same easy last time in chat. I don't want to see it. We'll say easy once we get it correctly. All right. Too many easies in chat. I don't know if this is actually true. However, I see some people are already in number 2. If you haven't already, get in that poll. It's right in there. Let's go. All you gotta do is above your chat, you're going to see a little poll that come up. You get to choose 1, 2, or 3. The first one is that when he was 4, he almost drowned and died. Number 2 is that he's never touched drugs or been drunk. Number 3, in primary, he loved ballet and dance. So please make sure your vote's in. I see a lot of people saying number 2. A lot of people vibing out with number 2 over here. Make sure you get your votes in. I'm just going to fix this camera while we're quickly doing that. If I get this wrong, I swear I'm gonna ship it. I swear, if you guys get this wrong, you guys are already heading towards the most this. You know what's kind of weird too?
There's one person.
Is there? Yeah, so there's always that one person. There's always that one person that's hopeful. That might be me. Maybe. um, there's always that one person. However, make sure you vote. If the chat is right, huh? You can't swipe. Yeah, really. Kai, I mean, um, I'm unfollowing if I'm wrong. Well, for me or Monkey? That's the question here. Moment. um, I think I deserve the follow. I don't know, but maybe your favorite streamer's been lying to you. That's all I'm saying. So Monkey, no, you're right. Okay. I that's what I thought a little moment. I thought we were just becoming friends, so I was a little worried there. So number one is that I was 4, drowned, and almost died. Number 2 option is that he's never touched drugs or been drunk. And number 3 is that in primary, he loved ballet and dance. Keep that in mind. You got about a minute left to vote. Make sure you get your votes in. We're playing for a Steam gift card of $10 or any platform that you play on, really. We'll make it work for any platform you work on of $10. So make sure you get in your votes now. If you haven't already voted, get in there quick. I see a couple more people just voting in. Now get that smirk off your face, Monkey. Yeah, really. I don't know. I don't trust them. This is the thing. These darn Aussies all the time always have this smug look on their face when I'm going through this. And I don't know if it's because I'm right or because they're nervous or because I don't know. But chat's really saying that it's going to be number. Oh my goodness, you guys are not helping that you're putting 2 and 3. Oh my goodness, more and more people are going 1 and 3. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Tish, for the subscription there. Appreciate that very, very much. Chat has decided. Chat is hello, Miss Shauna. How's it going? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. The question of the day for those of you that joined in. I see a couple of people just jumped in and hit us with a follow. Hello, my name is Jeff. Ha 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 420. What's up? If you guys are just joining us, we have a question of the day that we ask. That question of the day is stop laughing. And what are you passionate about in life? We'd love for you guys to answer it if you guys haven't already. So we can read it out here on stream as well. I don't know. This is so last time I went with chat and I got embarrassed. Today, I don't know if I should make that mistake. I don't know. Chat, I'm just saying this one's on you. However, this is my unpacking of it. Let's go line by line here. Number 1, you're 4 years old and you drowned, you almost died. Possible. I think everyone has a childhood story of almost drowning. It's possible. It's very likely. But maybe you weren't 4. Maybe you were older than that. Maybe at 19 you decided to go for a dip and almost drowned.
Skinny dipping.
Sorry.
Went skinny dipping.
Yeah, exactly. Number 2. I mean, it's possible. You said you doubled this one down. And you said that you've never touched drugs and you've never been drunk. So that's, I mean, possible. It's Mama Lisa said, "Better go to chat." I mean, hang on. I'm unpacking here, Mom. Just wait. Just hold on. And then number 3 was in primary that you love ballet and dance. So going through all those. Yes, maybe believe us. Oh, okay. My goodness, chat. You guys are not making it easy for me. Okay, so let me hang on. I just want to say, go look here, and then I'm passionate about drawing and maybe pursuing in the future. That's awesome, Miss Shona. That's awesome. That was best mate. Go with chat. Vizzo. Okay, Vizzo. I've heard the drinking part we know, but he had the part about the drugs, which makes me unsure. I mean, if he's picked one, then he's kind of doubted himself, dude. Are you sure, though? You know, you're telling me you love ballet. Okay. You know what? Chat, I'll trust you one more time. Screw me over, it's the last time. Next week, we ain't going together. It's not happening. Okay? MrMonkyyy, is number 2 that you've never touched drugs or been drunk in your life the lie? Please let us know.
No.
Chat. My
It was
God.
number 3.
My goodness.
There is a story behind it though.
Okay.
Would you like me to elaborate?
I mean, I'm upset with you, chat. Really upset with you.
I have never been drunk.
Okay.
And the wording was I have never touched drugs. I've touched drugs, I've just never used them.
Okay. And sorry, you said you've never been drunk. That's what you said, right?
I've never been drunk.
So you drank, but you
That
just
was
never
just the spice
never
it
got
up.
never
Yep.
got drunk. Okay.
I had a drink 2 weeks ago. A week ago. I know the bottle's in my room somewhere.
Well, I mean that's fair, but you clearly did say that you never been drunk.
Yep.
Okay. That is true. You've never been drunk.
Never been drunk.
Okay.
And I actually, there is a funny story. As much as I shouldn't probably say this, it's not going to get us banned. When I was graduating year 12, I went to what we call the burning the books party, which is where we burn our year 12 books.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Heard of
everyone
it.
gets shit faced.
Okay.
My best mate was so hooted. It was so funny. He came home. He got high. And then I was walking past him and I actually got secondhand high. And it was the funniest thing because I went, sat at the freezer and I literally inhaled 3 Maxi Bonds. Because I had the munchies.
Oh my goodness.
Stream, I've never told Stream this story purely because I'm like about just sort of the person that's like, you don't need drugs and alcohol to have fun. But I have been secondhand high.
You don't. You definitely don't. And you're totally right about that. Like there's so much like I think your streams are kind of accustomed to that. I mean, especially you have a liver reason why.
Yep.
But you definitely don't need drugs or alcohol to have that kind of fun thing. You can definitely have fun without it.
100%.
There's definitely a lot of things you can do to have fun. Yes, there is some times where maybe yes, it would increase it, but there has never been a situation in my life where I'm like, oh my goodness, this would be so much funner if I was drunk. I mean, there's been some shitty situations that maybe, but like, I think you really don't to begin with. If your intention is to have fun, drugs and alcohol, I mean, really won't increase that much more. If anything, it's just going to make you forget the excitement and the fun you're going to have. In my opinion, just my opinion. I'm not saying that's for everyone, but I'm just saying. Yeah, a little moment. You have a deal to keep up with here. You know an unfollow. Just want to make that clear. I am so upset. Thank you so much, Tish, for that gifted sub to Ms. Shauna. Appreciate that. Enjoy those emotes, Ms. Shauna. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that. Bet. Yeah, exactly.
So then the third part.
Hang on. Wait. The third part. So you're talking about the third story, you mean, right?
Oh no, of like the third, the lie.
Second. Okay, yeah, go. Sorry, I thought you were going to the next one. Okay, yeah, go on. Elaborate.
So of like primary school of ballet and dance. So
so you're going to the next one. Okay, yeah, go on.
Yep, that's what I meant.
Okay.
So pretty much, I did parkour when I was younger. I still love parkour. Parkour is fun, as you know. I love climbing trees. That's why I'm a monkey.
Okay.
I actually stopped parkour because my cousin was being bullied at ballet and dance. So I went and did ballet and dance with my cousin to help her stop getting bullied.
Okay, I like that. That's very sweet.
And I absolutely fucking hated it. Literally hated it. And then the only reason I loved it was because I was with my cousin and I helped my cousin through that bullying. And this was when I was like 8 or 9. Like I was young, but I was there purely to help my cousin.
You say technically you actually did love it then.
I hate the specific sport.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's true.
Emmy, I love you. I'm sorry, I don't know if she's here.
I mean, you did say, to be fair, that you loved ballet and dance. You did not clarify that you did not say that you didn't in primary you loved your cousin so much so you did ballet and dance. So that's fair. That's very fair. I will give you that. That's fair. Hello, Ultra Alzi. Thank you for the sub as well. Enjoy those emotes. Welcome in. Good to see you again. How's it going? And also, oh my goodness, note meatball. Note meatball. Hi, how's it going? Meatball. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, entrepreneur, for the gifted subs. Are you starting a business of giving me gifted subs? Because that'd be great. That's a great entrepreneurship I would invest in. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. There's a subathon on tonight. I mean, oop.
No, Bren deserves it. Come on.
Aw.
Look what he's doing here.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, Tiggs. My goodness, Tiggs. All I see on my side here is love from Tiggs. Love that. If you guys are at any point in the show, feel free to spam that love. But Danners, Mr. Daddy Issues, Cube, Oz, Julia, and Mans, enjoy those emotes, those finger guns, those Bren hearts, those. Oh my goodness, what else we got here? We got. Oh my goodness, you guys are spamming that love. Enjoy those as well. Tish, my goodness, thank you for the gifted sub. You guys are too nice. Thank you so much. You guys are so lovely. It's been a it's been a pleasure so far talking with all you guys. Here as well. I'm sorry we couldn't get you a giveaway today or a VIP today in today's stream. Unfortunately, I think you just have to be back next week when we interview Mans for that episode. And maybe we'll break the curse of not getting any 2 Truths 1 Lie for a while. However, you have the last one here. Number 4. Or sorry, number 1. When you were 4 years old, you almost drowned and died. I'm interested to hear about this.
So let's thank the Navy for this. The Navy is the reason I'm here today. So we were on a family holiday in New Caledonia.
Okay.
We were on a cruise ship. We stopped at the island. I was with some random girl. I don't know. We both ran in without our floaties. We both drowned. She unfortunately passed away. I am alive, thankfully, to a Navy person, I don't know what you call them, who grabbed me by the leg, upside down, and ran me to the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
And then by the end of that, 3 days in hospital, we actually weren't allowed back on the cruise, so we had to pay for a flight to come back home. My parents did. So a plane from New Caledonia all the way to Australia.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that's an interestingly scary story. And then it was maybe 2 weeks later when I went to swimming lessons. I did the same thing again. Took my floaties off and ran and jumped in the pool. But Dad saw me, so Dad came and grabbed me.
Living up to that MrMonkyyy
That is like
mentality.
The funniest but scariest story my parents have told me over 100 times now, and they love to tell people about it because I'm just a total idiot.
I'm sure it doesn't involve the point of the little girl passing away, but yeah.
Yeah, it was that, like, me knowing that, like, even to this day is like sad just to know that, like,
yeah.
And she was a complete random. Like, I didn't even know who they were. They were on the cruise with us, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something. Okay, that's crazy though. Still, I thought the way you did it, I thought it was that. Little moment. I see you freaking out. The lie was number 3, so unfortunately we got it wrong. In there, and that sad face. But the which was primary that he loved ballet and dance. If any of you know his cousin, please let him let them know that he actually didn't love ballet and dance. He just really loved them. It's a weird roundabout kind of compliment in a sense, but yeah. You know, that's definitely a crazy story about the being 4 years almost dying there. Yeah, that's very sad though about the other girl, but that's crazy. Imagine hating dance. Yeah, imagine hating dancing. I mean, then again, have you guys seen the moves that he puts on the stream? So maybe. I'm just kidding.
I actually prefer it now, like, as I've gotten older, but more just to go clubbing. Like,
okay.
Just throw your body about and have some fun. But when I was younger, I hated it.
Donovan, if they've seen the break screen, they've seen the Bren dance. They are not missing out on anything. Well, my friends, that is 2 Truths 1 Lie. Unfortunately, we're still on our dry streak here. We got a hype train though, so I mean, hey, we can get some emotes out of this at least. Hopefully. But that's about all we got going on right now. However, we do have some questions to ask you here. Man moves like a drunk uncle. All right, Donovan, you can stop now. My goodness. I mean, it's he's not wrong. That's the thing. But like, I mean, do I want to admit it? Probably not. So, getting to that part of the show where we start asking some deep questions throughout this stream here. We're gonna kind of break you into the kind of the Connections 5. This whole kind of last hour and a half was basically to kind of start you off, get you warmed up, get you kind of comfortable with us. But right now we want to get you in the kind of point of who is MrMonkyyy. Pull back that thing. Also, if you guys got hype train emotes, share them. Let me know. Let me see those doggos, cattos. and other thingos that you get from that hype train there. I'd love to see them. Um, Starting with, what helps you decompress? What is that your kind of go-to thing, whether it's a thing, an activity, whatever it may be? What do you do to decompress?
Moment, it is push-ups.
Okay.
Yep. Purely because there's I could go on for hours about stories behind things. Um, Accident last year, knocked myself unconscious. That's how I got my speech impediment. Gave me a numb lip and a stutter. I became anorexic because I didn't eat because I locked myself in my room for about a month. And ever since then, I've just been trying to get muscle back onto myself. And push-ups, I found, was the thing I fell in love with. And then I did the push-ups for mental health. Did 3,381 push-ups in a month. Um, and it's just ever since then I've just been doing push-ups. I do push-ups for subs on stream every now and then. I try and do push-ups at least 50 a day.
Awesome.
If not, breathing exercises or playing my guitar and listening to music.
Breathing exercises are
Definitely
great.
all those things.
Those are
Yeah.
breathing exercises are really great. It's been something I've been using recently in the past. It's really helped me as well. Um, yeah, no, it's been a push-ups is an interesting one. That's something that surprised me a little bit. That's not something I expected actually. But I mean, that's great though. You found your out, which is awesome. And
Yeah.
that's
I mean, it's snowboarding, but you can't do that whenever you want to, kind of thing.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
if I need a big break, I'll go up for a snowboard, and if I can't snowboard, I'll hike.
Good one. That's a really good
Like
one.
anything just to go. Yeah.
Get yourself outside a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. I'm gonna ask you the question of the day because obviously I see people are have obviously people have opened up in chat about the question of the day. As a question of the day, as you see in your screen there, is what are you passionate about in life?
Honestly, at this point in time of my life, is just to put smiles on other people's faces and make sure people get through their problems and making sure everyone's smiling at all times. Because we're all in this together. We just gotta all help each other through these things. That would be it.
I like that. It's true. I think we we rise and fall together. We are. I mean, it doesn't matter where in the world you are. Thank you guys for all the love. You guys are so amazing. All I can see is my chat just spamming the love. That's awesome. Exactly what it's there for. Thank you so much for spamming that love. Keep it going. Um, funny, fun little kind of side note too for those of you that enjoy spamming that love is we're working on an extension to get for Twitch that will be easy accessible so you can quickly spam love. It is in the works. We'll have more information hopefully coming soon. But for those of you that like spamming that love, it'll be something. You guys almost have that whole box filled. I love it. Um, yeah, I think that's I mean, it's something to be very passionate about. It's something I'm passionate about as well is mental health and taking care of others. And obviously like my journey's been a little bit different than yours. I mean, as everyone's will be, of course. But mine has been more on my own self and focusing on my own self because how like for me, I'm in the stages of how can I help someone else if I don't help myself first? And I'm really kind of like learning how to I think the best way to put it is like to love myself essentially. And it hasn't been easy, and it's something that's been hard. And I mean, like even this past week is something that I've struggled with. Like I talked at the beginning of the episode, is I've had a tough week this week, and that was based off of kind of like things that I thought maybe helped but didn't help as much, and learning from that and growing from that and getting to the kind of the next step. And there's certain things that I would love to kind of how do I put this? There's people I'd love to help um and improve, but I can't do that if I'm not fully mentally stable, if that makes I guess would be the best way to put it.
And I get that. Yep.
And that's the thing is I want to be able to help people, but I can't do that unless I'm helping myself. And so yeah, no, it's been a tough week, but like I said, I'm really excited to be here today and hang out with everyone today. It's something that I look forward to. I look forward to Tuesday. I might not be able to bring the energy every single week because of kind of my mental health, but I'll definitely be here to as long as I feel comfortable too, and I don't let my anxiety kind of control it. I will try my best to be here every week. I really do enjoy these, and I think the outcome and what I get from these is way these connections and learning about all these amazing creators and people um is something that I'm always super excited for and happy to do every single Tuesday. It's been amazing. Um So obviously we've talked a lot about you and death stories, weirdly enough. Um, so if you died tonight, let's say that earthquake comes back. Let's not even say that. If you died tonight, what would you regret not doing? What would be the one thing you regret not doing?
Honestly, nothing. Hey, I like. I can say myself the past like 2 to 3 weeks have been pretty tough. But I've been like trying to fill my day with everything I can. Like Corona's ruined a lot of things. So snowboarding, I'm no longer an athlete for Australia because of that. That's probably my biggest regret at this point in time is like not pushing when I was younger. I mean, I've still got so many more opportunities to like try and represent my country, but we're not sure what Corona's going to do. And the whole like jab situation, all that kind of stuff. Like my stream knows of this. I can't get the jab because of my liver disease. I have to wait till there's further research, and
Mhm.
that stops me from jobs. That stops me from like multiple things, like even going out, even which I'm a little bit scared about. Um, but honestly, it's just like I don't have any regrets. I feel like if you live with regrets, you're thinking about what you can change. You'd rather not think about what you can change. You should think about what you can do and what you should be doing.
Yeah. Focus on the things you can control. And I
Yeah,
think
think about what's ahead and not what's behind.
that's really well put. Exactly. And I think it's something that I've kind of been it's another thing I've been working on really is controlling what I can control because there's been a lot of things I've been trying to control that I cannot physically
Yeah,
or like in a kind of a general sense, and being able to focus on the things that I actually can control is going to be much more better use of my time than focusing on things that I literally cannot do anything about. It's just wasting time really, and not helping anything except for really in a sense, and it's just it's making anxiety worse more than anything, for sure. um if you were given three things to make you happy, what would those three things be? And they must be materialistic. So no pets, no family, no, not a feeling. It has to be materialistic items that make you happy.
a good friggin' hug. um,
I don't know if that
oh,
counts. I don't know if that counts.
that's a tough one. Hey, um, I don't know. Honestly, a compliment. Like
Gotta be materialistic.
someone
Gotta be
said it.
materialistic. Can't be a comment. We're gonna make you think on this one.
Yeah, no,
I
this is a
finally,
real
I
brain
finally
fart.
stumped you for once.
Yeah, because it's the little things in life that make me happy. Like trees.
Okay,
Look at how beautiful trees are. It sounds like such a hippie thing. Um,
that works. Trees works. Okay,
yeah, let's say that. All right, let's say like trees and scenery. Like I don't know if I could probably show you out my window right now,
sure. If you'd
but
like
it
to,
is like
up to you
I've
though.
got a lake, hills, snow, beautiful trees. Like I live on the side of a hill, so I just see a stunning view. Um, that would be one. Would be scenery or like
Okay,
trees.
okay, sure.
Um, probably the next would be guitar.
Okay.
Is that yeah? Okay, that
Yeah,
counts.
materialistic. Yep.
Yeah. Um, just like sitting there with a guitar, like in the back of my car by the lake, by the beach. Every time I used to go surfing up in Wollongong, that would be the thing. Guitar.
Okay.
It has to be something with snowboarding. Like
Would it?
some like a snowboard, like to go snowboarding. I don't know
Yeah, that works. Snowboard
how I would
works.
put that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because like
materialistic.
I could go snowboarding for hours without like eating, thinking about food or anything, and just like be smiling the entire time, having fun.
Okay. So you
That would definitely be it.
said your scenery. So mainly trees. You said it's kind of like what you're kind of thinking,
Yep.
which is I like that. I really like that a lot. Um, said your guitar. Able to play your guitar, and then you also said your snowboard. I like that. That was good. The first time I think I've actually made you had to think a little bit about your question here, which is good.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I'm not gonna switch it up on you a little bit too. What are three things that are on your bucket list?
Okay. I want to go skinny dipping.
Okay.
with a friend
Okay.
specifically.
Is there a certain
Yep.
friend?
I'm not really. Just I just kind of want to go skinny dipping, you know? Like I used to have a best mate that would do all kinds of dumb shit, and he's just sort of drifted away, which has been pretty shit lately. But like that is one thing I want to do is go skinny dipping.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
it's just something like that. I want to do a road trip of Australia and vlog it.
Okay.
And then the biggest thing on the bucket list right now, which I'm actually starting to try and do, is making content on YouTube. So vlogs, social experiments, pranks.
Okay. That's what you spoke about before. Okay.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
that's probably like the big things right now.
Okay. I like that. All right. It's a
I
great
mean,
bucket list thing.
if partner counts too, I'd love to get partner by my birthday.
Yeah, I saw that
If
partner
that's
by
a bucket list
November.
thing. Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. When is your birthday exactly?
November 18th.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yes,
Yep.
you told me. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. Awesome. Um, how happy are you right now?
I'd say close to a 6 to 7.
Okay.
So I did some opening up on stream the other night. Stream knows this. I had a little moment which I won't get into. I was in tears. I don't cry. I'm not a crier, but I was in tears. I had to end stream. I had to disappear. I came back to stream. Had to cry again. Um, it's definitely been a tough week, like or tough 2 to 3 weeks, and like I've always been about helping others. I'm always pushing to help others, but then I reached a point where I was like, I wasn't eating. I didn't eat for like 5 days straight. And I was like, I gotta fix myself. I lost 12 kilos in the period of like 2 weeks or a week. I went back to my skinny self and I'm like, I need to fix this. And it's been like this week and a half that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push myself to like where I've got to be. So now I'm like eating as much as I can. Just like trying to do what makes me smile the most. So like streaming, I picked up my guitar again. Like last night, I actually got off the Discord call early, showered, played my guitar for an hour. And I was like, I didn't play that for like a good 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. It was crazy. And it was like, it just felt good to sit there and play it. Um, but now I'm just like trying to get that like myself back up because like I've been like really looking at stats with streaming and stats when you're a full-time streamer can really fuck you up mentally. And lately, I'm just like, I'm just not going to look at it because I went from like averaging 40 viewers to then drop to like 22, and I'm like, yeah, I just need to not look at this. It's bad. It's bad, and it can like really fuck you up mentally. And it's like I don't want this. So now it's just don't look at stats, don't look at viewers, just have fun. And that's where I'm at now. Is just having fun while streaming.
It's a good process to be in. I started in September. We had the guest before the first September episode. I don't know if you were in here, but it was this lovely lady named Miss Halian, a amazing streamer on Twitch, and she had came up with the idea prior to our stream of doing what's called No Stats September. And there's no stats. You do not look at any followers. You do not look at any stream things. You do not look at any subscriptions. You don't look at viewer count. You don't look at anything number wise at all. And it was probably one of the best advice I've ever got in like a streamer kind of form of things. Um, and I am currently following it. My plan is to push into 2022 with not looking at it at all. The only time we will look at it is when we have our monthly mod meetings, and we will uncover it then and look at it then. And so far, it's been so much better because I'm less focused on who's there and more focused on having fun and just enjoying the process. And it's been way better. Like I said, there was days when I was dreading streams because I maybe there wasn't gonna be as many people. I haven't thought about this whole month, and I don't plan to. I don't want to think about that. That shouldn't be my main concern. Is who's in here? It should be is am I enjoying this? Am I having fun with the guest, or am I not? And if I'm not, then that's a different story. That's maybe I need to bring on like maybe it needs to be someone who maybe relate with a little better, or maybe someone who I can connect with a little better. But in the sense of someone who is just totally if I'm just focusing just on the numbers, then that's not the point at all. That's I mean, we're villainizing this amazing blessing we have essentially. And so I know I'm glad you've kind of slowed down a bit, and I urge you to kind of push that. I saw the look on your face when I said no follows, no nothing, and I mean, as you can see on the stream right now, there's absolutely no stream goals anywhere. There's no nothing at all. I am happier with having people that are enjoying this. And if I'm enjoying this, I know the people watching are going to as well. And if they don't, well then fuck it. Then at least I'm having fun. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and as far as I've seen, it seems like people are vibing with it. And I really hope so. And I mean, hey, I saw the people commenting on like when we're releasing this game show and it looks like people are stoked for it. And I mean, I'm stoked for it. That's why I'm doing it, is because I'm stoked for it, not because of anything else. Like not because anyone else likes it. It's because I like it. And I think it'd be cool to do. And it gives more people ability to talk to other people, and so I'm really excited. But yeah, no, I would urge you as from creator to creator, as someone who is really pushing towards that partnership thing. And I know it's hard because obviously for partner you need certain numbers. Is really enjoy what you're doing. You have, from what I've seen here, and I mean, your chat's been popping in and out the last couple of weeks to kind of I can tell to kind of see what they're looking forward towards this, and you got an amazing community, and I think it's they're super awesome, and I think you just got to really enjoy that and focus on that, because I know it's hard. It's not always easy sometimes. Um,
Mm.
yeah, no, I thank you, and I think there's they're part of this stream. I think you've been kind of you've been feeling a little bit kind of like I feel like I'm getting the stream monkey a little bit, and that was the first time I feel like I've gotten Ronan, which was nice, and I appreciate
Yeah,
that because
the real
that's
me.
yes, I think that's the important thing. That's the side I want to see, is I want to see that Ronan side, and obviously like I'm not a crier either, but I mean like shit's hard, man. Things aren't always easy. That's fucking life. It sucks, but I mean
100%.
let's help each other out and support each other, because I mean that at the end of the day it's talking about it and doing like shit like this, as I mean as open as things like a stream is, it's what helps people like get through and get through kind of across things and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
But it's also as like a mental health streamer, I guess you'd say. There's moments where like your attitude on stream can affect like how your stream results turn out.
of
And
course.
that's one thing I've noticed. Like there'll be streams where I'm like a little bit shitty, and it's like I will notice that. So I definitely need to take that like creator advice. I'm gonna go all of October without looking at stats. Turn off my sub count. Turn off my follow count. I
And
just stream for the fun of it. I reckon. Turn off my live views, all that.
yeah,
Just get
it's
rid of
helped
all
me a
of it.
lot. It's helped me a lot, a lot. For a couple months now, I haven't looked at live views. That was the worst thing ever for me. But I really, in I think like July and August, I really was just focusing on follows, sub counts, sub goals, and so that, and like donations. And it was stupid because like, I mean, if people like it, great. But I mean, I don't want people to have to feel like they have to come in here and like donate to me. That's not the point of this. And I mean, I think I was pushing towards it so far because I was hoping to chase some sort of dream that I mean at the end of the day is I was pushing myself further from that dream than I was actually getting closer to it, because I just sounded like an advertisement being like, "Oh, come blah 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 with me." And that's not what people want to hear. People want to enjoy content, and if they want to donate, that's great. If they don't, that's great. You mean like it's obviously one supports me like a little bit more than the other, but people showing up supports me, period. That costs no money. I mean, maybe you got to watch an ad or so, but like, like I'm not really getting money from that either. Thanks, Twitch. But like as far as that is the focusing just purely on the process and enjoying this has been so much more fun than anything else, and meeting people and things like that has been way more fun than looking at any single number. And obviously you said at the beginning you're a numbers guy. You've always liked numbers. You're a math guy. You like that kind of stuff. You like kind of figuring out the problems. And I'm telling you as a friend, there is no number that you're going to be like, wow, this is perfect, this is exactly what, like obviously yes, there's gonna be milestones that you're gonna hit, but after that milestone you celebrate, and then you go on to, okay, how do I get better? And I think enjoying the process and those little things is going to help you in this. um as someone who myself struggles with mental health, it's been it hasn't been easy, but I think as a streamer, from every single streamer I've talked to, almost every single one that I know that has been 100% real with me have said that when they feel better when they're not looking at stream like
Yeah,
stats, and if like it makes total sense, right?
100%. I definitely feel like that would be the benefit. Like in a sense, it's always been good to look at those numbers, but it was like, I think when someone put it the other day, it was like, you're at 19 viewers, how can you feel like shit? Like this was like a moment where I was feeling like shit on stream, like I'm gonna end it early kind of thing. And it was like, it sort of hit me probably like in the past week. It's like, I'm thankful for all those 19 viewers are there. To me, like at points, I feel like I've got like no one in stream at 19 viewers. But 19 viewers is a lot of people. If that walked in through the door, you'd shit yourself.
I was gonna say, imagine 19 people sitting in your fucking room. You'd be like, holy shit, get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you'd act so differently. And that's like, I found that's like the benefit when you turn off your viewers. Like the other day I've had my viewers off since, but I like maxed out at 54 viewers or something, or like 68. And I was like, wait, what? I had like that many people in stream. But it's more, you just gotta be thankful. Like there's some people who are praying to get 3 viewers to get affiliated. Like you just be grateful for every single viewer that is in your stream. And that's what I've been starting to like come to. Like I've been starting to thank everyone just for like coming back to the streams. Like there's some people, it's like you've got better things to do in your life, but you come back and support me, you watch me, you chat with me. And that's like why I'm so appreciative of my community, because some of them dedicate their time to help moderate my chat. That's where I love my mods the most.
Sure. And moderators, for those of you that are here, I know there's quite a few of you. Hold him to this. He said he doesn't want to look at numbers. Hold him to this, because this is what's helped me. Is I know that if I look at numbers, I have to respond to Donovan. I have to respond to Halian, my good friend that I've talked to this, and I know, like, I know I have to be to them and be like, I looked at it and I screwed up, and I looked at it by accident. I totally by accident. I opened Stream Element or Streamlabs, and right on there on the homepage they have tell you analytics, and so I've actually had to make a short key so I don't go past that now. I go just straight to my commands rather than having to go through that whole analytics page. But it was something that I realized I was looking at. I was like, oh my god, I can't be like, I shouldn't be looking at this. And I was like doing this, like it was like I was seeing boobies for the first time. Like it was just like, it was one of those things. Is yeah, Brendan not allowed to look at numbers. He told us even when he did it by accident. Exactly. So the thing is, get someone who will hold you accountable. I think it'll definitely help you in this sense, and also hold yourself accountable. I think you know better than anyone. You're big kind of on mental health, and then prove it to yourself is kind of what I'm saying to you is if you really are one for mental health, and you need to focus on this for you, and more than anything. And I mean, if you're really worried, I'm sure there's a way to get certain mods to be able to check your stream stats to be able to see how it is, and find out like if you are at a partnership kind of like ratio that you need. Like I said, I will not be checking my stats unless it's once a month, and it will be in the form of with the mods at a meeting, looking at the numbers in a sense that we are going to talk about it, unpack it, and go from there, rather than me just kind of peeking after stream every single time like I was, and I'm sure most streamers do, because it became a part of my my post stream, like as was I was looking at the numbers, and then if it didn't do well, the rest of the night was ruined, and it was just silly.
Yeah. I feel like every time I looked at mine back in the day, I was like, oh my god, I'm doing so well, doing so well. And then I reached a point where it was like going up, 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 and then it started dropping. And that's where I was like, I need to stop looking.
Mhm.
Like, I need to like just do me and not do what everyone else wants. Because when you start doing what other people want, you're not enjoying what you want. Which that's the reason I quit Fortnite. So then I went to Minecraft, and now I'm just like sitting in my hardcore world, just having fun, kind of thing.
Hmm.
And
Having
that's like,
fun.
I definitely think that'd be the thing to do, is just like sit there, have fun. If you show up, you show up. If you don't show up, you don't show up. And I feel like that's why my partner goal, as much as I'm like pushing for it, I've sort of put this thought in the back of my mind. If I don't get it, I've still got my amazing community that's still going to support me regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing
I
is,
don't want to like poop myself mentally just because like I didn't hit partner by my birthday. Like if I don't hit it, oh well, keep pushing.
I think it's
Keep
great to have
growing.
goals. In the future, just as a piece of advice, I would keep your goals to you and your team. I wouldn't share them with with Twitter and everything else. I think that adds more pressure onto yourself that you
100%.
and 100%. And to be fair with you, you can't control that. We talked about this earlier about being able to control, focus on what you can control. You cannot control what that happens there. You can swing and fight and all you want, but that, I mean, that doesn't bring 75 viewers to the door. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't happen. You have to focus on what you can actually control. And when you focus on that, then you'll be more interested in stuff like that. So I think you'll be more, your content will be much better that way than having just focusing on the numbers and the targets. And I mean, targets are great to have, but I'm much bigger on measurable, achievable, controllable targets, and then I think that'll help you much more. I think it's, and I don't know, it'll probably help the mental health too a bit, I'm sure.
100%.
So mods, you got some work to do. Sorry.
But I feel like I literally see all of my mods right now in your chat.
Yeah, perfect.
Like, Lil Moment, Teach, Kyle, Braden, Indian Special, Vizo125.
Perfect. Exactly.
Well, also Vizo125 is my best mate. He's like the one that I'll tell everything. Like, okay, I'm like stopping looking at my stats. I've tried to get him to stop looking at his because he has like taken up full-time streaming too.
Bizzo, listen. Stop it. It's not helping you, I promise. It's just making it worse. I promise. Yeah, no, I think it's something that's I'm listening. Yeah, exactly. I like my stats. That's great to like your stats, but do it in a way that's appropriate, Tom. So that's what I would say. It's like is in a way that is controllable and is safe, I guess would be the best way. And not going to put you in a point where you're feeling like, I don't know if stress would be the way, but like is making sure that no moment exactly. See, perfect. I mean, I think it's good to look at it every so often, but I think I check mine weekly with head admin. I mean, I guess that's not too bad. I wouldn't check it every stream. I think that's just going to lead you to those. I think at least leave it so that you aren't having a stream and then directly after that's your initial thought is what that number is, because that's what affecting me is. It was literally like right after the stream I was checking it, and then I gauged whether that stream was good based off that number, not off the connection we made. And I've went back and watched a lot of connections and seen like, okay, this one's actually really good, but I played it off as like, oh, it wasn't that great because the numbers weren't there. I had a great connection. I made a new friend. That's really was the main point of this, and so I think that's what I want to keep it that way. Look at a little side tangent. I'm glad we got into Ronan less MrMonkyyy. I appreciate that. Which leads us into the next one a little bit, which is what social stigma does society need to get over?
You might have done that down for me, hey? I suck at English.
Sure. So what social stigma? So basically, what is something that people kind of find is like a taboo? Is that the vocabulary? No, that. What is like
Not everyone is perfect.
Okay.
Everyone is different. Everyone is unique. We need to understand that people come in different size, shapes, and forms. We need to understand that people have different likings. People have their own hobbies. Not everyone is into the same thing as you. Not everyone is your ideal perfect person. When it comes to relationships, not everyone is blue-eyed blonde hair and a like beautiful body. Like if it's pointless having a model as a girlfriend if you can't have a conversation with her. That's what I like to say to my dad. We just need to understand that people are different. People we need to like accept. It also comes with like opinions too. Like we need to accept other people's opinions and not thrash upon them. That's why I keep politics and religion out of my chat, just because I don't need that like mental fart there. But definitely just social appearance. Hey, it shouldn't be like something like people like, oh, I want to get rock solid abs so I can look good for everyone else. Like I myself, I want to get muscles so I benefit myself. Like it should all be like we should be benefiting ourselves, not benefiting others.
Mm-hmm. No, totally. I think it's important to do it for you, not for the person looking at the abs. Do it for the person that's put in the effort for the abs. That makes sense.
Yep.
For your own health. And yeah, no, I think that's. I mean, as males consistently, I think, do that as well. Like I think it's the kind of the way of making sure that you are looked at in a way that you would like to be. I mean, hey,
sometimes like I don't want to like in a sense body shame or anything, but like in a sense with girls, they'll wear push-up bras, show all their belly, wear high-waisted skirts, and show off their ass. Like I'd rather a girl in fucking trackies and a hoodie, you know? Like, what's the point of that? As long as like the personality is where it's at with life. Like,
yeah.
Tell me the best story, not how much makeup can you wear.
It's true. It's very true. I think it's exactly. I think it's. I wish more people were rewarded for the personality than the looks. But I think obviously there is a thing called first impressions. But I mean, also is I think that's where I think some people kind of get like very kind of like standoffish is when they're like, oh well, like they're looking kind of for that. But I totally agree with you. I think it's personality. The personality, and I've said this on this show before, is I don't bring on creators that play games. I bring on creators that have personalities. That is what I'm looking for. I'm not interested in you playing whatever video game. You can play some indie game that I've never heard of. If you have an interesting um personality, that's more what um I'm interested in a stream. I'm not interested in in how people can play a game on Twitch. I mean, it's for me an easy way to find some new friends and someone who usually likes to talk. Usually someone who's got a nice camera. It's a perfect kind of win-win-win to be on
Yeah.
on this visual podcast. And so, but is kind of the end of the day is if you don't have a personality, this show does not work. This show is based off of people having personalities, and that's what I'm looking for. And I know it's been very interesting to get to meet people over the past couple of years with those personalities too. Um,
Love.
that was a good answer for someone who didn't understand what a social stigma is.
No, honestly, English can't do it. I failed U12 English. That
Really?
just explains it.
Oh,
Math,
okay.
absolutely aced. No, I mean I got a B, but aced
Good.
it.
You gotta speak in numbers, not
Yep.
in that. Okay.
Throw some Morse code at me or something.
This is up to you to answer because obviously you said there's certain things. I'm gonna ask it anyways to see what I get out of it. Can you remember the last time you cried, and what was the reason?
It was I don't know what night it was, to be honest. I don't even know what today is. That's a bad thing.
Today's
Okay,
Wednesday
it's
for you,
Wednesday. I think it
Tuesday
was
for me.
Saturday. It might have been Saturday. Um, so I said this on stream. I will say it here. My dad was a retired alcoholic. He was abusive when I was younger. I'm openly saying this. And recently he has fallen into relapse, which has been really fucking tough mentally. I might get a bit emotional here. Um, it fucked me mentally, and just seeing him back on the grog made me and him lose our bondship. Um, and pretty much he jumped in my car and went for a drive while he was completely shit faced. And he basically took my car into some completely random paddock. And my brother called me and said, "Get in Kenzie's car, aka his girlfriend's car, and come and get my car right now." And my dad was like left out. This was midstream. Um, and we left him out there, and I like rest of that night was shitting myself because I was worried about him because I know he's not doing good mentally right now because of this whole house build that we're doing. Um, he basically was out there and he came back home. He was okay, and now he's just been like at home since. And I basically said to him, I was like, I don't care what you need to do, but we just need to like stop this drinking. We need to stop it from happening. And I was just explaining to him that it's like it's shit on me mentally as your son. And that was like the time that I cried the hardest, I would say. So it's hard to bring a tear. Like you could sack whack me, you could punch me, I wouldn't cry, but
Hmm.
this fucking sucked. And it's been in my mind all week. It's since he's fallen into relapse. It's been there, and it's like it's fucking me. But I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. I just got to keep pushing. Um, and it's coming out of money too. Like money in my family is shit. Like it may appear like I've got some, but you never judge a book by its cover. Um, but I just want to like make him proud by like paying off his house. I like this house because we are selling this house in probably the next 2 months, so we could pay off our debts. But I want to find a way to be able to let him keep this house. This house is beautiful. I will privately send you a photo so you can see. Um, it's beautiful what like my dad and I have built,
Looks
and
like it.
just to see it almost get destroyed it fucking sucks, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry about your dad, and thank you for sharing with us. I
It is what it is, I guess. And
it
it's you just got to
is
keep pushing and try and get it better.
unfortunately just as like your liver thing, it is a disease, and it's not like he's fighting demons too. I don't want to remind you that. I don't like I'm not trying to justify it, just to be clear. I'm just saying is I think it's he just as us in our mental health is something that is struggling too. But I also want to thank you too for being open because I can guarantee you at least one person that's watching right now can relate with that in a sense, whether it's their parent or someone they have had a relationship with in some sense that can relate to that, and that gave them a little bit of kind of a okay, there is a connection now with you that helps them, and I can guarantee that their openness towards you and being able to kind of go to you if they need help and vice versa, and will open up more now because of that you being as open as you were right here. And so thank you. Um, the it's you with stories like that you help people, and it's not easy by any fucking means. And that story is like pulling the heartstrings. I'm the same as you. I'm not someone who's a very emotional person. It's something that I've struggled with, and especially like I said to you early in the show, is I'm really working on like kind of self love and self kind of care in a sense. And being intact with my emotions is something that I'm really working on. And the I'm not someone to cry. I've I've this journey on Twitch has had me wiping away tears more than I have ever, and usually for positive reasons and bad. However, I don't get to choose, and I felt very kind of emotional when you said that story. I really felt for you in that, and I I can tell there's a very genuine kid underneath that that nice suit you're wearing right now. Um, and at the end of the day, you're 19 years old. Is that correct?
Yep.
You are still a kid, and I want to like
Yeah.
I want to remind you that is not to beat yourself up too much. There is you're doing a lot of amazing things and helping a lot of people, and I think it would be amazing if you could keep that house because that house does look beautiful. But remember, as you struggled with an earlier question about materialistic things, if that house goes, it's a materialistic thing. It's not a comfortable hug
Yeah.
that you love so much. It's not a compliment. You know what I mean? Like it's not a friendship. Um, it's it is a look. It's not a personality. It's the
Yeah.
it's the love in the house that makes it a house or makes it a home,
Yep.
not the walls and the structure. It is nice because obviously there's a lot of sentimental value of building that house. It's not like it's like a house that you bought, but I have in my life, and this is me opening up on stream to you, back to you for you being so open, is I have lived in a house that was humongous. It was a couple $1 million, I think. It was at the time, and probably is more now. Um, and that is also because of our the real estate out here in Canada and Vancouver. But we live in this huge, basically mansion, and I would much rather. And I'm living, and as you said early in the stream, I went to go fill up my water bottle. And he said, "Is there a sink in your studio?" I was like, "Yeah, there is." Is I'm living in a very small place, and I would take this place a million times over that place and how beautiful it was because there's more love in this house than there ever was in that big house. And that's my biggest thing is I'd much rather have a house that's filled with love that is a fucking tiny shit shack for all I care. But not and then take that over being a in a huge humongous house that has no love in it. That's kind of my kind of vibe on that. And I mean, it's hard though. It is really hard. So, but I appreciate that you opened up like that. It's not easy, especially in that close of a parent. Which I'm going to ask you my next question is, how close are you with your parents, and why?
My dad is my best friend. So, because of snowboarding, him and I have traveled the world together. Um, I virtually tell him everything, like from a chick I hooked up with at the pub to bullying at school to like streams. Even though like that's one thing that's kicked me in the ass mentally as well is he doesn't believe in streaming. Um, I said this to him the other night about him just believing in my dreams, and he said, "Don't twist the knife of believing in dreams when he has funded all of my snowboarding." But I said to him, I'm like, but how am I supposed to be at snowboarding right now, kind of thing. Like if we can't with Corona, but like I am like still close with him now, even though we're going through like this right now and what's happening. He is still my best friend. He is still my father. My brother is closer with my mum. They are them. They are different. Like my brother's better at English than math. My mum's better at English. My dad and I are both math nerds. He's a telecommunications technician. I'm a, in a sense, engineer. So I guess that's what builds us better. Him and I prefer to go and do things like activities, go and build something, like anything. So I guess that's what built our like bond, friendship.
It's hard. It's hard when you see your best friend
Yeah,
struggling through things. It's not easy.
100%.
But I'm sure he's very thankful for you. But that also means, unfortunately, your words mean more than really probably anyone in this world is your thing. And I think you did the right thing by telling him that you want him to, you need him to stop, really, as you said. Like you really need him to kind of to take care of himself and focus on that stuff. And it's not easy, I'm sure, but for both of you, really.
Yeah. And now that lockdown's over, we can get ourselves back to gym, and hopefully gym can count away for alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So by quitting that, you can pick up that and use the same relief, because alcohol brings relief because it's a depressant. Gym can also do the same thing. That's why I love going to the gym. That's just another way to let out that extra bit, like use that final bit of grunt in you, just to feel some self like accomplishment too.
Mm-hmm. I would oh my goodness, I had something I was going to ask about this, and then I totally drew a blank. Oh my goodness, I'm like totally drawing a blank, and it was something to do about that too as well. Oh, do you think that do you think kind of issues in the past with your dad and alcohol is part also reason why you feel the need not to kind of get to that drunk point or not really drinking much at all? Because obviously we know about the liver thing, but is you can still have a liver
The
problem and
amount
still.
of parties I've been to since I was 16, I've never been interested in alcohol. I don't find the point in it. I'm the person, like, we go clubbing, I will not drink, but I will still be the fun person to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in a sense, give me an energy drink. Like, I just need energy, and that's me. Like, I'm just that fun, vibrant person without it. Being the athlete that I was, I never found interest in like drinking because I'm an athlete. I've always wanted to be an athlete. I'd rather go and pursue my athletic career than go and get shit faced. Like, what's the point of drinking your memories away when you can go and live your life and make more memories? That's like the big thing I like to live for, is making memories. Um, that also came with a head injury. I was delirious for like 2 weeks. Didn't remember anything. I couldn't remember the date. I couldn't remember my middle name, stuff like that. So like I'm all about making memories even more now. And that's why I want to also do vlogging, is just to record the memories so my kids can see.
Cool. That'd be really, really cool. You've talked a little bit about this already through today's stream about your head injury. This was a couple years ago. Did you say 2 years ago? Is that right?
This was last year.
Last year. Okay, so last year
Yep.
you had a head injury and it left you with numbness in your lip, and you said a stutter, correct?
Yep.
And also you said 2 weeks now of having 2 weeks of not remembering like names and things like that, and really struggling with certain things like that. When
So you go.
I was more wondering is kind of what happened and kind of like what did that whole situation kind of look like?
So I was up training on a foggy day, snowboarding. I was training by myself. I had one earbud in with music, which I tend to not do, but this was like I just felt like listening to music. Because music is like another way for me to just zone out and enjoy myself. I was doing about 90 kilometers an hour, which is what, 55 miles, I
Oh
think.
no, not American.
Yep. Oh, so you do kilometers as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yep. Sweet. So, for any Americans that are there,
That's pretty impressive though. You did that math though. Hey, there's the math guys. Sorry, I'm confused. Donovan, that's fine.
So pretty much I was zooming across one of my favorite runs, and it was like really foggy. I could only see about 30 meters in front of me while doing about 95k an hour. Hooking it, I remember like the run goes down to the left. I've actually launched, in a sense, caught an edge and launched. about 20 to 30 meters straight onto my face. I was unconscious for 15 minutes. I had a dude with a big beard come and offer me scotch. That is the only thing I remember. Then getting sledded out of there and a bunch of questions. That's all I can remember to now. Is a bunch of really weird questions. There was something to do with apples and caterpillars. That's all I remember.
Probably trying to keep you conscious.
Yeah. But then it was like I was sitting in the room, like this like medical room. Mum came and picked me up. We had to get like 3 people to come up because I had my car up there. Drove home. I didn't want to eat. I didn't drink. I couldn't remember anything. I had the stutter, so I always like every time I talk, I'd be like, "Yeah, you did I can't do. Fuck. I can't I couldn't talk, so I had to get speech therapy to learn how to pronounce some words properly." And that's why in my stream, some of my mods know this, some of my viewers know this. I have exclamation mark stutter.
I've
That's a
seen it.
counter for however time I stutter, and I don't think that's been put in my chat for a good week or two now.
It's good. It's impressive.
Which has been like amazing for me just to achieve myself. And especially seeing me, I'm starting to write music. That's something I want to like overcome is stutter and singing. I don't want to like stutter while I'm singing. But then yeah, that little 2-week period of just like not remembering anything. I was in this room, blind shut, laying there. What's happened? Where am I? Like I was asking dumb questions like, is my snowboard like where is it? Like and there's things like that, like even stream, like I think stream members I was off like a good, I think it was 3 weeks because it was like the final week I started to try and stream again, and then I was starting to eat. I went from 78 kilos to 56, so that's how much I dropped. And then it was like recently, so I was at 72 and then dropped to 60, and then right now I'm at 66. I like to talk about my weight because it's something a lot of people struggle with. Like even if it's undersized or oversized, we're all in it together. Because some people can't put on weight and some people can't lose weight, and that's why we just got to help each other.
You're also a numbers guy. You like the numbers.
Oh yeah, love numbers. Definitely.
I think that's interesting. So I'm assuming you had a concussion.
It was actually, yeah, that's another part. It was a severe concussion. I had to get cleared to drive again, so I had to wait. It was a month and a half, and I had to go back to the doctor and then basically say, okay, you're allowed to drive again. It was fucked up, if I must say. Like the headache that I had. So I had to do this without painkillers as well. So
Why is
you can
that?
expect how difficult the liver. So this
Okay.
is when I had my
Okay.
liver disease. So I had to go fully without painkillers. I don't think I was drinking much water at the time either, but I was really stuttering, like struggling. But yeah, then I reached a point and I started going back to gym, started trying to be myself again.
That's good though. I think it's still pretty. That's pretty scary though. It's crazy how in an instant your life could change.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's actually another like favorite thing I like to say is live every day like it's your last, because you don't know what happens next.
True. That's really true.
It can be dark and it's true, but it's also fear. Like fear is a massive thing for everyone. Like I was gonna say something about this before is like what comes next? Everyone's always asking themselves what's coming next? What am I doing for my future? Don't worry about the big picture. Just build the little pieces up to it.
So this next question is for you and for the chat to answer. What is your biggest fear in life?
It'd be something to do with either family, like not being able to see my family, losing my family, anything like that, or not being able to snowboard. That would be the two. Family and snowboarding. And family can also come under Twitch streaming because I like as much as I say it's a community, I almost treat them like a family. They are my family, you know, like some of the bonds I have with some of them are just incredible.
Yeah, you're a family guy for sure.
Yeah.
You've been someone who's always been kind of like that. It's always about I mean, you talked a lot about your dad, talked a little bit about mom, talked about your brother. Like it's a family. Yeah, no, I think it'd be scary for most people for family. I see Emily says losing friends and growing up. Yeah, like I mean, growing up is, I mean,
That's the mood.
yeah, I mean, it's part of it. Tom said being unable to help someone I care about. That's a really good one too. Kai says losing the people closest to me. That's another good one. Dying, Brados, yeah. Could definitely be something scary, not knowing what's happening next, the unknown. Is not being able to help people and make others smile when I'm close to or care about. Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Fears revolve around inability. That's the thing. Control what you can, Tom's. Exactly like we said earlier. Is focus on what you can control, right? But obviously, like either way is fears is usually things you can't control, and that's why it's a fear. It's not things like that. Tish, I would say not being able to make it far enough in life to have my own family and seeing my family pass on. Yeah, that's a really good one, Tish. It's something that's really well thought out for sure. Um, we're thinking about family and things like that. MrMonkyyy, if you could ask a single person one question and they had to answer truthfully, who would you ask and what would you ask? And they can be dead or alive.
That's a great question. um, I don't know. Hey, it's definitely. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It could be things that like shaped my dad for who he is. Like I won't go into that, but like maybe just to like help him out. Like I'm always thinking about others. I couldn't think of one, to be honest with
In
you.
in what context are you talking about, like to be able to help your dad?
Family relations. So with his parents. Yep. Um, actually, in a sense, Roman Atwood. So he inspires me for being positive as well, because I used to watch one of his videos every day. Um, I would ask him what made him the positive person that he is today. What shaped him? I'm pretty certain there's a video out there, but that would be the question I'd love to talk to him about, like almost in a sense, do a podcast with.
He'd be an amazing guest, I'm sure. Hey, what's going on? So, just so you know, actually, fun kind of roundabout little kind of thing for me too. 2015, I was severely ill, ended up in the hospital. Didn't eat for 13 days, lost 25 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilos, um, but lost a lot of weight very quick. And the I was 10 kilos. Thanks, Tooms. And I was in the hospital for 5 days, and thought that I was going to die. There was no question in my mind. After the first night of being there, the doctors literally said to me, we don't know what's going on with you, but you're not too sick to be in the hospital. You should go home." I didn't go home. I literally sat there and cried and thought, "Oh my God, same age as you, 19." Said, "I'm gonna fucking die I'm gonna die either at home or in a hospital." Couldn't walk, couldn't do anything, didn't know why, and was like really struggling. I sat there and I'm not kidding. I literally cried for probably like 10, 15 minutes, and then he came in and said, "We're gonna get you transferred to another hospital." I was like, "Okay," and he's like, "We got to get yourself there." I'm like, sure. Luckily, I had family who can get me there. Got to the new hospital, got a new bunch of doctors that were amazing. Um, and the whole time was just in so much pain. Couldn't eat, couldn't do anything. Turned out I had vertigo and a very viral strep throat that was spreading to my brain. And that's why I got vertigo, which ended up causing me to be able to not walk as well. But the one thing that made me smile after 13 days of not eating and being in so much pain and being frustrating was one guy by the name of Roman Atwood telling me to smile more in the hospital. And I actually wrote a letter to him. I never sent it, but I wrote a letter about my experience to him and his family. About it. I never ended up sending it, but it was something that'd be really cool. So hey, if you ever get to meet him, I need you to do me a favor. um,
I will. No, I will. I'll
yeah,
actually grab something just to show you.
for sure, that'd be awesome.
It's my favorite gym singlet.
Yes, sir. That's
I
awesome.
bought that when I was 14.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, like, dude, like, yeah, no, I think most the people who will know Roman Atwood are probably not people who are just learning who Roman Atwood is. It's people who have been like, wash it. It's people who have known Roman Atwood for a minute. Like, I think he's he's one of the OGs. It sucks because the whole thing with his family that he had to be off for such a long time. Um, and that whole thing, I feel terrible because it's been
That
someone
upset
who's
me.
he's someone who's such a genuine person, and for him to have to go through that in his family, it's so sad. That really sucks. No one should have to go through that, but even more so someone who's spreading positivity like him, really shouldn't. And I know someone in the chat, Breadcrumbs, who usually is here. I don't know if she's here today, but haven't seen her in chat yet. But maybe she's lurking. Sometimes she lurks around when she's not at work. Um, she's a big Roman Atwood fan. Has a couple quite a few bit of merch, but has talked about it as well. And no, it's someone who's very, very inspiring. Roman Atwood. It's definitely been a player in kind of my life in certain senses, and maybe not so much now as it has in the past, but still an amazing dude. Have nothing but positive things to say about him. From everything I've heard from him, from anyone who's ever worked with him, always have said positive things about working with him. And I think he's just a really genuine dude, and has a beautiful family too. So yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a really good answer to that question. I like that.
If we get him to my birthday, because I'm going to try and do something with TikTok, I'm
Yeah.
going to try and get him to notice me on TikTok. I've seen so many amazing things happen with TikTok. I want to get you involved because that story actually kind of brings a bit of a tear just to hear like the relation, just the things that like he helped you through that. He helped me through bullying all through school. Like watching his videos every morning before school kept me like amazing in a sense.
Yeah.
I would wake up 10 minutes earlier just to sit there and eat breakfast and watch his videos, you know.
I was exact same as you. It sounds like we're living different lives across the world here. It was very similar. It's funny because you're saying going to breakfast. I was like eating dinner watching them because like when they came out, it was like dinner time. It wasn't morning time when they came out for me, which is kind of funny. But yeah, like exactly. Like I think it helped me through tough times. I mean, I watched them way before even the hospital thing, but I hadn't done anything in like days. I literally just like survived for like 5 days in the hospital, and or well at that point like 3 days in the hospital, and then on the third or fourth night I asked my mom to look at my phone. It was the first time in like a week I had touched my phone, and I looked over it and I was like, oh my goodness, like I haven't I I missed all these vlogs for the night. So I watched all the vlogs in one night, and I was just watching them in the hospital bed, and I just had this big smile on my face, and I was like, I just remember that being that. And I remember my mom saying to me about how like she's like it's the first time you really smiled since like this you've been in the hospital. So yeah, and I mean it's true. It was a perfect kind of thing for that. Yeah, I have a note somewhere. I have to find it. I have to bring it up. It's on Google Docs somewhere, so it wouldn't be hard to find, but it's it's probably poorly written, so I'd have to maybe clean it up a little bit. But
I've sent quite a few things to him, I can say.
oh really?
I've sent
Yeah,
like little notes. I've done some fan art of Zeus.
yeah, yeah,
If you remember Zeus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog, the
That
German
was
Shepherd.
sad.
Yeah.
So it was Zeus and Cain. I drew both of them too. When
Okay.
Cain was like 5, I think it was.
What's have you
And that
have
was
they ever opened anything on stream?
the fan art was on the wall in the shed in the old house.
That's
So I
really
remember you could
cool.
see it when he would look at the fish tank, the big fish tank that said smile more inside. He
Yeah,
would turn directly around, you would see the drawing on the wall.
that's really cool. That's so
Yeah.
cool. I mean, yeah, like
And
that's the type of people they are though. Like they care about people, and
yeah.
yeah, that's really cool. That's really awesome. I have to go back and go search out through some old videos, see if I can see it.
I want to try and do that. Like I want to get like my old photos because I think it's on my Instagram or my Facebook of me holding like me in the singlet, smile more singlet, and then holding the stickers when I was like fat. I was fat. I had the mohawk like Kane. It was like I was like a full Roman Atwood fanboy. But it'd be like just a day to like just to say hi to him, you know.
It would be
That
cool.
that would be like me just I don't think you'd see a bigger smile on my face.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really awesome. Um, no, that's really cool. That's a really cool story. That's really awesome. No, I'm yeah, no, like I'd be happy to help you with anything if it's about this project, great. If it's about something else, I'd love to help you in anything. Um, I know. Let's just let me know, and I'd be happy to help. It'd be my honor to help you with any little thing. Um, what do we got here? What do we got here? What's the best advice that you've ever received?
Chat knows me for saying this every time. Life is like a roller coaster. We have our ups and downs, but you just got to enjoy it. That is my most common saying, my most common thing that my grandpa, so my dad's dad that got introduced to me last year for the first time in 18 years, he said that to me.
Interesting.
And
Interesting.
my grandpa that I first met is exactly like me. He's never been drunk in his life, never touched drugs, and he's 80 or 70. He went to the war. He's now gone blind, and that sort of way has come into our lives now because he wants to be with his son for the next couple of years while he can, and his grandchildren, of course.
You
That was
kind
one
of
thing he told me, and that was the one thing I've taken into like note. And if I ever get a tattoo, that would be definitely on it.
That's really awesome. No, hey, got a tattoo from my grandfather. So I totally get it. Yeah, no, it's definitely something that's special. And I mean, mine isn't so much a quote, but it's something that I remember him by. But yeah, definitely for sure. It's a way to definitely kind of, it's a really amazing quote to have on you, or just to kind of consider as the best piece of advice. Um,
Yeah.
so you kind of touched on this a little bit before, but you've obviously, it sounds like, and very similar to my family as well, is that there is a little bit of a lack of relationship with your dad's family. Is that correct?
I actually don't know any of my dad's side of family. So grandpa came in my life 1 year ago. We had like my nan, so my dad's grandma. She was in our life for years, but she passed away because of dementia. Um, can you say that hurt me a lot because I was really close with her. Um, for my 13th birthday, I was having a party at my house, and she called an ambulance on herself, and she forgot my name, and that kicked me in the ass. So
Mhm.
I've been close to dad's side of the family in a sense for the ones that I've known. So dad's grandma, dad's dad, and dad. That's the only three that I know of his side of the family. And when like I lost her, I couldn't stop crying. And like even now, like I hate crying. Like fuck, this sucks. Um, but she was an amazing person. Like she would give me change to like go and help with her shopping. She would tell me all these stories like of the war in London and stuff when she got evacuated. Like you could sit down and have a conversation with her for days, like days on end. She was such a beautiful person. And losing her fucking sucked. And then like now I've gotten close with like grandpa. That's like the fear. But I don't want to fear that.
Mhm.
But like I know all of mum's side. Like all of mum's side. I know all of them. One of my cousins is my best friend that I go surfing with. We want to get into real estate and business. But dad's side, I don't know like anything.
That's tough. And also
I
too,
hate crying.
I'm sorry for your loss. She sounds like an amazing person, first off, as well. And I mean, thank you for being vulnerable too. And this is, as I've said in this show before, this show does not really work if some people don't want to be vulnerable. And that's the choice of the guest, not me. I don't get to choose that. I get to ask the questions. And I mean, hey, if at the end of the day, if they don't want to share, if they want to be very blanket statement about it, then that's how it goes. And it's sad because I mean, I I hope you get something out of this as I do. I get a friend out of this, really. Like, and this is something, and it's very vulnerable. For those of you that are maybe the first time ever watching this is really the first time me and Monkey have ever really met. We've never turned on cameras and looked at each other in the eyes and talked like this. It's the first time ever. That's what I love about connections, is things like this, like moments like this where you can actually be vulnerable and open and stuff like that. And it's not fucking easy. It's not easy being in that seat. It's a little draining actually, from what I've heard. But I hope you can take something away from it. I mean, there must be a reason that past guests sit on in the chat and watch these things. 'Cause I think it really is because how they saw how vulnerable they were, and they want to they're hoping for the next person to do it as well. I started this episode from the very beginning. I told you when we started this a few hours in, and said to you, I thought I was gonna get a whole show of MrMonkyyy. I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be an exciting one, because I know who MrMonkyyy is. I've seen the excitement, but I don't know Ronan. That's the person I want to get to know, and I've definitely gotten that for the last little while. It's I've gotten Ronan, and this has been the most. This is like, honestly, the first hour and a half of the stream was, except for like hearing the two truths one lie, kind of boring, not gonna lie. And I mean, chat may or may not agree with me, but I
Other than
think
the earthquake, I agree.
earthquake, yes, exactly. And I think both of us were kind of feeling it. We were both kind of stuck in that kind of sense of being kind of like we were almost kind of, both of us were kind of like awkward with each other, which is kind of weird because our first call together, like when we did the pre-stream setup, we were talking like we'd been buddies for a little while. And then it's funny, this thing, I don't know what we expected, and then we come on here and we're starting to like, now we're like talking, and now it feels like we've been buddies for a while, and then now that we've talked for 2 hours and a half, which is good. And that's the thing, is I hope you can get something from this. It's not just kind of just that, and I hope you can kind of get a little bit of a freedom from it in a sense. And obviously, no, don't ever forget your grandmother, of course, or your nan ever, of course. I know you won't, of course. Like that's this one of the most special people in your life, I can tell. And she seems like an amazing lady. It's hard when you lose someone before you've lost someone, as dementia does to people, and it's really, really, really hard. I've been fortunate enough not have to suffer with that, but I could imagine the place that you've been in, and that story about you being 13 years old, that like hit me like a wave. Like when your nose gets all tingly, like that's what I felt when you do that. Like that's really hard. Like that's not easy. And yeah, no, it's really difficult. And I don't want you to worry about loving your grandfather any less because of that, because he's in your life and it's someone you should love. Mounds and emotions like crying are very normal, even though I know you and I, it sounds like we're probably raised in a very similar kind of ideology of sometimes the men have to keep their chin up a little bit. And
Yep.
yeah, so the, I would say, is the I think is realizing that you don't always have to keep your chin up. It's okay to have those vulnerable moments and things like that. And it's good to, if anything, it helps us feel a little human, and sometimes it feels good.
little story behind that too, which is a nice little like chat.
Yeah.
When it comes to men and emotions, that is one thing that I am massive on. Is I am always texting my mates, my cousin, like my male cousins, even like other people's dads. I'm always checking up if they're doing okay. There shouldn't just be "Are you okay" day. It should be "Are you okay" every day. That is one thing I go by. Like it every day is "Are you okay" day. I when I was in year 12 for an English assignment, I was in English Standard, so I actually got put down in English Studies for this reason. So that's like the lowest English class. I wrote a piece on domestic violence against men, and my teacher told me to my face that domestic violence against men does not exist. And I went back at her. I actually made my school go on a strike for this, which was amazing. So strikes where you have a day off, if you didn't know.
That wasn't your reasoning for it, though.
No, I was fully for this. So I absolutely hate this teacher with a passion. Hate is a strong word. But she told me that domestic violence against men does not exist. I went back at her with statistical evidence. I went back at her with a 6,000 word piece. And I told her, you read this, you mark this. She told me to get out of my class. Get out of her class. So I dropped down. And ever since then, all of my English pieces were on domestic violence and things for men. Because it exists.
It does. It's not talked about enough, but it definitely does.
It's definitely an issue that's being brought up in Australia, 100%.
It should be. I wish it was everywhere. But it's great that it's starting somewhere. You know what I mean? It's
Yep, 100%.
Starting somewhere is better than nowhere. So I really like 100%. So that's good. I think it's such a terrible thing that really is. There's so many
You're
people
doing
that
great, Bren.
Thanks, Sophie. There's a lot of things that men that suffer in silence and don't talk about it because it's uncomfortable, or you don't want to seem like less of a man, or things like that. Like these dumb stereotypes, I guess would be the kind of perfect way to put it. Um, that people, or like societal stereotypes, I guess would be maybe the way to put it. That people get stuck on
I
because
would say
they're so
all
weird.
men struggle.
Yeah.
Every single male struggles. It just depends on which ones show it. And that's why we like everyone needs to be there for each other, gender regardless. We just like females, males. Who cares? We all need to be there for each other. We all need to fight this big world.
Yeah. By the way, we have a hydrate from Sophie. It's been a minute since we taken some water, so that's good. Thanks, Sophie. Um, the
Entrepreneur, that is facts.
oh is yeah. So I don't know anything
The
about it, so
education system is so stupid.
I can't comment on it because I don't know anything about it. So I'm sorry.
You're good.
I've got a posture check too from the Indian special. Make sure that's all postured up. Um, what is one thing you hope to never forget?
The change I've made for people, the realization of perspective. Like, I know I've changed people's perspectives on lives. Like, I know that some people that look at life differently now because of me, and like that's one thing that I find the greatest about who I am.
Like it. So obviously we talked a little bit about your family relationship. We talked about friends throughout here. So what does love mean to you?
Love is a strong thing, hey. It depends on what aspect you put it in. So I tend to find love is the relationship between two, or the relationship between such. So like my love for snowboarding sort of thing. Like that is unexplainable love. I can't put the words to explain that. The love for the people I have in my community. They're people behind a screen, but like I say that, but even then we sit in Discord till 2 a.m. fucking around, having fun, making memories, you know? Like we'll sit there listening to clubbing music and pretend we're at the clubs because we can't actually go because of lockdown. Like that's sort of the memories we make. Love is just how much you care for someone, how much you want to be there for them, how much you'll listen to them. Like there's a physical love and there's a mental love. Like there's a physical connection between two. There's also that mental. Like all of mine is mental when it comes to my community.
Like that. That's really beautiful. Yeah, no, I think it definitely is between two, and that's hilarious. The rave, I can't believe that. That seems hilarious, but it's a great idea, things like that. But um, yeah, there's certain things that you cannot explain, and that's I mean, like you said, that your love for snowboarding. I think that's the first time anyone's ever related it to something that they um
I'm passionate for.
yeah, rather than just like a person, like it's
Yep.
like more of a thing than a person. Um, yeah, no, I like that. It was a different take on from what I've kind of seen in the past from guests' responses, which is really good. I like that. Um,
Dan's answer. It looks so stupid, but the vibe
that
was
was
immaculate.
immaculate. That's usually what it kind of looks like in a club dinner. So I mean, I mean to be
Dancing
fair,
is terrible, but it's fun.
exactly, exactly. It's all that matters. Um, what lesson in life did you have to find out the hard way?
This is gonna get deep real quick. Very deep.
Right?
Suicide is not the answer. Suicide is real. Depression exists. For the people that say it doesn't, stop being a selfish prick. Um, I can say because of bullying, I have attempted. that got real dark real quick, and I don't want to tell people that, but it's the best thing to know, especially from my point of view. There is ways around it. There is things that you can do to overcome it. That was probably one of the things that shaped me as a person, was I am here now. Look at what I've achieved since then. Like being where I'm at now, because of that, I try to make sure that no one ever thinks like that, because everyone will reach a point in life where they think like that, and we do not need that. We do not need to lose a singular soul. We need everyone here for the right reasons. There's moments where we are down, there's moments where we are sad, there's moments where we feel like we don't exist on this earth. But you gotta remember, we do exist. Like, you may think your family doesn't love you, but if they lost you, or if your friends lost you, just imagine the feelings. Like, it may be hard, but if you're ever feeling like this, just reach out. Just tell someone, because that person will take any time out of their day, no matter who they are. If someone told me that they feel like they're going to kill themselves, I will literally stop whatever I'm doing just to make sure that they are there the next day.
It's important to support each other, for sure.
100%.
And I think it's thank you for sharing, by the way, as well. I know it wasn't easy. It's very, it was heavy. It was very heavy, and that's okay. That's part of it's part of the deep question of connections, and I'm sorry for anyone that might have gotten triggered by that. That's just so we are clear. This is something that might happen on connections and things like this, and it is real stories about real people. I'm not asking for a fake streamer as thing, as I've said this comment a couple times. I'm looking for Ronan, not MrMonkyyy. I'm looking for the person behind the streamer today. I'm not looking for the streamer. If you'd like to see the streamer, then hey, maybe go watch a subathon that's going to be on later today. And that's great and all. And hopefully you can maybe this will help too with your community and things like that too. But obviously there is going to be places where there's places for fun and entertainment. And there's places like this where, in my opinion, it is more educational and closer for things like this to be talked about. And I'm in this kind of thing is I would like to talk about everything that affects humans as best I can. And I'm not going to have the proper opinion on everything. Like you said, everyone has opinions. I was going to make a comment too after as well, saying everyone, it's like assholes, opinions like assholes. Everyone has one. It's like, that's kind of like one of the way to put it. And I mean, I'm not saying mine is right. I'm not saying you have to agree with me, and that's okay. But I would say is you are definitely helping people with telling your story. Like I said to you earlier, people can relate. People can. There's people who've been in that situation that might not feel comfortable talking about it, but because of hearing your story, might reach out now for some things like that. And that's the most important thing, is reaching out. But also on the flip side too, is if you're mentally stable to reach out to your friends as well, and help your friends out as well too. You never know what they're going through. Is maybe there's a friend that's gone a little quiet recently, and you're kind of wondering why. Can we go ahead and up with a hey, how you doing? Like what? Like can we schedule time to talk, or can we talk right now? Type of thing. Because sometimes that's all that matters. Going into my thing, I will go a little more open too. On Sunday of this week, I took a mental health day from work. It was I mean, I've taken a couple, but that was probably one of the ones that I was most worried about, because I felt worse than I had been in a long while, and I struggle with anxiety, for those of you that don't know, and that was one of the things that I was really feeling anxious, and maybe I don't know if I would call it depressed, but I was very sad in that sense, and kind of upset with kind of how things were going, and I didn't see much of a positive coming up, and in my personal life, not on stream stuff, in my personal life more or less. And so that's why I decided to take a day for myself. I literally had a day for me, and it was so helpful. And why I'm telling you guys the story is because of kind of what happened after, not because of this. But I shared with a couple of coworkers kind of why I wasn't there that day, and said that the day of, and the next day I came into work, And I mean, you could tell there's a couple people that are uncomfortable because they don't know how to and maybe haven't dealt with it in their own personal life and things like that for mental health, and that's okay. That's not on them. But there was also this one very nice gentleman who came up to me, and is someone who I've been like very well acquainted with for a long time. Is very very nice. Um, and is actually younger than me, and said, How are you doing today? You okay? I saw your message about yesterday. Is everything all good? Like anything we want to talk about?" Um, and I mean that might have seemed uncomfortable to most people, but to me that meant the world because it meant to him like he didn't have to do that in any reason. There was no reason for him to do that, but he did it because he literally said, and after I said to him, I said, "Thank you for checking up on me." I said, "Not everyone's been so comfortable today of doing that," and I said that's okay. But I said that meant a lot that you actually came up to me and said like, "How you doing? You doing okay? Like, what'd you do yesterday?" type of thing. And and he turned to me and he said very similar words to what you said earlier today, um, being like, "We got to take care of each other. We're in such a crazy world right now. We really got to take care of each other right now." And it's it definitely it's true. We got to take care of each other. And I mean, I'm not saying if you're in a mental crisis to go and take care of your friend, take care of yourself first, then take care of your other friends. But just remember, is when you are kind of in that stability, when you feel open to check up on your friends if you can. Um, it means more than you might know in some cases. And thanks for the love for Brendan and for Mango. Thank you and Toombs. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, no, it's life isn't easy. It's what happens sometimes, unfortunately. Um, but we get through it together. That's kind of the main part. Um, what is one thing you'd likely never do, but would do for content?
Get drunk.
Jeez.
It's so Australian. I'd say I've had like at least 100 people ask me like, when's the drinking stream now that I've been cleared, and it's like I'm never gonna do one. I probably won't do a drinking stream ever, but could this made a bottle of Hennessy, Scotch, preferably Scotch.
Donovan loves Henny. That's why.
But that would be it, or I don't know. Like I'm gonna push for more like charity streams. I am gonna be doing heaps of those, but it'd be something dumb, hey? It'd be something in town, like some sort of social experiment, like walk up to a random chick and give her the dumbest pickup line. Like,
Okay, that's fair.
are you a bank loan because you got my interest? Like, something dumb like that, you know?
Terrible.
That's
Jeez.
the point. But like, say it with the straightest face possible, but like maybe wear some funky clothing.
Okay, okay.
I want to start wearing suits. I'm going to be purchasing more suits because I love suits,
You look
but less
quite fly in
ties.
them. You were the second ever guest to wear a suit on here, right behind Ken Carter, who, for those of you that are here early in the show, we are doing a game show with, which if you're in the Discord, !Discord, find it out. Let's go. You'll want to be a part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will post the promo in the Discord after stream so you guys can see it as well. So make sure you're in there because we're gonna be having some fun. But yeah, Mr. Ken Carr was the only other person to ever wear a suit, and I looked at him and I said, "God damn, maybe I should go and put on my tie." um, yeah, no, it's always a lot of fun seeing everyone dress up for this, and I'm glad people take it seriously as much as that. Um, we are getting to the end here. However, I'm gonna have a couple more questions to you before I let you free out of here. Um, what is a life-changing event that you have experiences? And obviously, we've heard quite a few. We've heard about the snowboarding story. Heard about your grandmother. We've heard about your father. We've heard about your rise up on TikTok and Discord. We've heard about your kind of like relation in a sense with Roman Atwood. So is there anything else? Obviously, I mean, I know we've gotten a lot out of you, but is there any life-changing event that you can think of that you have experienced?
I've actually can. It's more losing people. So last year in, I think it was June or July, I lost an inspiration and a best friend. Um, he represented Australia for Watercross, same as me. He wrote music, and he was all about helping others. His name was Alex Chumpy Pullen. He is Australia's best Watercross athlete. Losing him it made me more motivated than ever to represent the country for snowboarding and to write music. So he actually did covers of songs. I want to write my own music, and I've currently got 2 songs in the works.
Awesome. It's really amazing. It's exciting.
That's definitely something that's shaped me. Was him as a person.
It's like a very inspirational dude. You said he was a
He was a
buddy, and
beautiful dude.
was he a buddy of yours? He said, and also
Yeah, he was a friend and an inspiration and a mentor in a sense. So
awesome.
he did some teaching of some like racing. He we used to go to gym together. We'd train together, and then there was moments where we'd live together, which was overseas.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Sounds like a great dude.
Lost him too soon, that's for sure.
It's too bad.
It
That's
wasn't to suicide. It was to a death while freediving. He sadly drowned. He was an experienced freediver and got stuck in some waves and got washed up into rocks. Got knocked unconscious. And this was off the coast of Queensland, and now there is a beach named after him, which is beautiful.
mm-hmm. That is beautiful. I mean, yeah, it's too bad though. You know what I mean? Like things like that is. But I read of something a while ago, and it was talking about like how like the most amazing people always die so young, but it's because they were sent on like this gets into very spiritual things. So I mean, believe of what you will, and like I said, everyone has their opinion, so that's fine. If you don't believe it, that's okay as well. I'm not going to be offended. But it was kind of a little bit of a beautiful piece kind of on it, in my opinion, and it basically talked about how like people are put on this earth, our souls are put on this earth to learn 3 lessons. What those lessons are, we don't know until the end. But basically, once we learn those 3 lessons, then that's when we are taken back. Um, and the most inspirational people and like the people who are like most are so like really intact or like really smart and stuff like that, and like usually close friends like your friend um are those people who unfortunately pass too soon, which is really sad, and it's unfortunate. I wish didn't have to be that way. I wish it was a lot more like I wish either way of however you want to believe it. I wish it wasn't the fact of losing people that like those amazing people like that. I wish there was things like that, but I think it's amazing that you're honoring them with things like songs and stuff like that, and writing and like that, and following your dreams really, because kind of how he kind of inspired you too. Amazing.
Definitely.
Um, Thank you. What's good? I love that. I'm passionate about mental health, my project, and my friends. I love that. I really like that. Thank you for sharing. Um, so we kind of got into some deep questions as we kind of roll out into like the kind of the end of the show here. I want to kind of get a little bit of fun things in here. Um, if you were the head of Twitch, what is one and only one feature that you could add to Twitch's ecosystem that would both benefit them both financially and socially?
A way for some sort of way for very small streamers to get in contact with bigger streamers, so that
Hmm.
they can combine communities and create a bondship and a friendship, which can also bring in more subs, more ad revenue, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay. Find a way for collaboration, essentially.
Yeah, in a sense. So like in a sense, like like an application process almost.
Interesting.
Or finding a way that's in the middle of affiliate and partner, something in the middle, you know?
Yeah, it is a big jump, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Like maybe
Maybe like a Twitch ambassador,
yeah.
you know?
I think the fact of being a like a Twitch affiliate is so it's quite easy, really. Like once you kind of hit it, it's quite easy. Like I think there is certain things that kind of were weird. Like I wish they changed their platform based off of who the streamer is, because you know how difficult it was for me to get things because I didn't have the 7 days. That was the only reason. I didn't have 7 days in a month, and I had to throw in extra streams to try and get that 7 days, which was like silly. Um, but the so like I wish they would. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it'd be a better way to put something in the middle between there. I think that would be an awesome idea for sure. it'll help people kind of grow a little bit and see that kind of milestones a little bit easier. But I mean, then again, look at how big the milestone is between a partner and a affiliate. That's such a such a big milestone. I think that's why people are so adamant to kind of push there to try and see if they can hit it. I think we're on our final question. I think we're at the final
Lucky
one.
last.
And this is my favorite question for lots of reasons. But you're a writer, so this thing will be perfect for you. You wrote a book about your life up to now. What would the final line be?
It'll go into a new chapter. And what it would say would be, as he was emotionally wrecked and struggling, he reached the point of where he found happiness again. And so it begun. It'd be something short and sweet like that. That would be the ending.
Okay. I really like that. I really, really like that. That was good. I think that was a perfect roundabout thing. And as you say, your favorite movie was Interstellar, where it loops all the way back around. And I think that book would be a loop back around in a sense, as you're looping back into finding happiness. And I love that. And ladies, gentlemen, and everyone, folks, people, anyone who stood with us today, thank you. This is MrMonkyyy for you, for everyone here. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Connections. We're going to raid. However, before we do that, I'm going to give up the floor to you. I'm going to give the floor to MrMonkyyy to open up the top 10 episodes. Donovan, 100%. What's it called? I would give the floor up to you to shout out anything you'd like. For those of you that haven't already, !guest, go check out our guest. On all streaming platforms and TikTok, Twitch, any kind of content, any sort of thing you can think of, he's on there. Go follow him on it. It'll be worth it. But I'm gonna give the floor to you, Ronan. Just shout out anything you'd like, anyone you'd like, anything you want to do. In there. Sounds good, Donovan. But floor is yours.
For the ones that don't know, we do have the subathon happening tonight. It's also a charity stream for mental health. For every subscription I get, $1 will be going to Blue and Beyond. Beyond Blue. Butchered it. I'm wanting to reach 500 subs tonight. And just, yeah, that's the one thing I just want to promote is the subathon, purely for the charity stream. This is my first proper charity stream that I'm going to try and achieve, and I want it to be big, that's for sure. And for every sub is 5 minutes, and it's an uncapped subathon, I guess.
No stats, though. We're not focusing on stats. Mods, remind him. We're not focusing on stats. We're enjoying the process.
If you don't mind me asking, Bren, too.
Yeah, of course.
How many of these podcasts have you done?
This is the 30th podcast, actually. We just counted the 30th. I actually forgot about that until now. This is the 30th podcast that we've done on this. I think almost inadvertently, almost every 10 has gotten an upgrade on the stream quality in some sense or another, whether it be a new PC or a new layout overlay. This is the third overlay we've run through with, but it is the 30th episode is this one. If you don't count Connections on Bren, that is kind of key. This would be 31 if you want to count Connections on Bren, which I don't really count as an episode because I count that more of as an event as that. So yeah, you are number 30 on Connections on Bren.
Happy 30.
Thank you. And here's hopefully to 30 more with meeting some amazing creators. If you are a creator, if you know someone who is a creator, I would love to talk to you, have you on, hear your story. Like I said, if you're not vulnerable, unfortunately, this doesn't work. But we would love to be in talks with you. We are looking for people for October. So hit me up on Discord, !Discord, and I'm at the top there. Send me a private message or just say hi. I'd love to talk to you guys and say hi as well. I'm currently working on a couple projects. One is a secret project that I've not told anyone about, and that is related to. I mean, I can't really tell you, but if you want to be a part of that, I am doing a part where I'm going to be asking connection style questions like this episode. If you'd like to be a part of that secret project that I'm working on, maybe get a little bit of a sneak peek in a sense, we'd love to have you a part of it. Message me on Discord saying I'm interested. Love to know. And thank you so much, Tish, for that gift of stuff to Tombs. You've been too sweet to me, Tish. And then on coming up on October 12th, we're doing our first ever game show called Who Are You, which we announced today. I'll be posting the promo if you didn't see that in the Discord. You can go watch that after stream. I'm so excited for it. We have Mr. Ken Carter, who's been a previous guest on the stream, an amazing dude, as well as we're gonna have some amazing guests. And maybe one day you'll see this lovely gentleman on that show too, fighting to win $100 and being his open, amazing self on stream in front of a couple audiences. So I'd hope to be there. I'm a creator of a game. Does that count? Send me a message. Send me a message. Would love to talk. I seem so nice. I appreciate it. You seem very, very sweet too. So thank you. I'm glad to have met all of you guys today, and it's been a pleasure. We are going to raid the homie, the actual talking about 30 episodes. This is the person who's been on episode 1, the first person to believe in this journey, none other than Chad the Deviant, a personal friend of mine. Oh my goodness, he cut his hair. He looks good. Damn, he looks like a whole snack right now. But go say hi to the lovely CJ or Chad the Deviant, a very close friend of mine. I hope that you'll join me. Raid 1 if you are a sub, raid if you're not a sub. I hope you'll join me in this raid. As well as I hope you'll also join me on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to be interviewing BB Mans right here on Connections. I hope you'll join me for that. It's going to be a good one. One of my favorite comfort streamers right now, BB Mans. It's definitely going to be a good episode. And if not, if you'd like to join the Discord, it'd be lovely to see you in there. We will be hanging out. I'm going to be probably doing some more. I've been doing some crossword puzzles in there. I'd love for you guys to kind of join me every night. I've been doing them my time night. But if you guys would like to join me on doing some crosswords, love that. Thank you to everyone who's been in here. Thank you to MrMonkyyy. Thank you to, oh my goodness, Ozzy. Thank you to Behavior. Thank you to Tish. Thank you to Game Dev. Thank you to Danners. Thank you to Tombs. Thank you to every single person who spent a few moments with us today. I appreciate that so much. Enjoy the raid. I will see you next Tuesday. Take care, and I love you. Goodbye.